1.
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this glorious Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. This sports program starts now. Football is happening around us at this exact moment. There's storylines coming out of camps. There's contract disputes. There's trade requests, and there's great football happening all around the NFL. It is a beautiful thing. We are just 15 days away from NFL football. That is the Toxic Table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the hammer, Dahn Cowboys. Tone Diggs is here. The other half of the hammer, Dahn Cowboys, is back in America after being deported for 446 days. That's Bubba Gumpino back there, and 14-year NFL icon. And a guy that has blessed this stage this offseason for 3 times a week for the last few months. Absolutely crushing it, bringing the energy at all times, and bladed one in the part 3 back there. Yeah, almost hit a hole-in-one with a blade.
Wow.
Yeah, it's incredible. The guy's a golfer. Ladies and gentlemen, Pac-Man Jones.
That's right, Pac.
Big day today because some of the boys are traveling back to Pac-Man's town of Cincinnati to watch old Methie play tonight as Inter Miami travels to Cincinnati to take on Cincinnati FC. Pax, the plug for this, was at a game, chatted with some people. We got offered like 2 tickets. Pax says, whoa. A little bit more, maybe? Bang, I think a lot of, you're going, Colin?
Oh, yeah, I will be there to see Methie in person.
I think Bruce is going. I think Gumpy's going. I think Pac will be there. I think their whole crew. Tonight's a big night for the boys.
Yes, sir.
Super jacked up. I mean, hopefully Cincy is better than Cleveland because those are kind of the 2 cities in Ohio, and we all know Cleveland has,
it
is actually.
Yeah,
it
way
is?
better.
Okay, well, Cleveland has rats and, stuff.
Well, Columbus also a pretty large city. I think they would want that to be known.
There you go. Yeah, Blue Jackets.
Cleveland, great city, by the way. That Jack's Casino was very nice to me. So
Fun
Awesome.
I was
Best
very
place in
thankful.
Ohio to live is Cincinnati, though. It just came out the other day. Best place in the state of Ohio to live is Cincinnati right now. So you'll be in for
Well, I think it's because the Bengals are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
That's-
FC is good.
Congrats on winning
And
the
the
award.
Reds are playing pretty good right now. It's entertaining.
Yeah, but Methie's coming to town tonight and saying, guess whose town this is? Mine.
Methie.
You want to talk about Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati? My name's Lionel Methie, and this is my town, I think, is what we're thinking. But that place is going to be packed out, obviously electrifying.
Yeah.
And right now, there's a gambling bet that you like.
Yeah, there is. It is Messi to score and FC Miami to win plus 170. So, I mean, I feel like already kind of fuck Cincinnati, but it is what it is.
What's
You
the
have
name of
to
the
bet.
team that Messi plays for?
Messi plays for, I just said Miami something. What did I said
Cincinnati
it wrong?
FC.
It comes before Miami. The word is before Miami.
FC Miami?
Yeah, there's a Milan that has this thing before.
AC Milan?
The other one.
Not exit.
Brexit?
Well, that certainly did happen, I think.
Brexit was definitely a thing.
Inter.
Oh, yeah. Inter Milan. Samuel Eto'o. Hey, look, I know my soccer. I remember when he was playing back then in Cameroon. But
Of course you do.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Matthew. Me and Bruce were talking, though. If he doesn't play, boy, oh, boy, I'm going to drive
gonna
back
play,
there.
right?
playing.
Gumpy?
He's starting.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
starting.
'Cause
There
Bruce
is rumblings. There is rumblings. Maybe only the first half, though.
Yeah. So
Why?
I will,
Just because it's Cincinnati?
That'd be perfect.
People
Doesn't
are
this
claim-
matter? Yeah, it would be. Get home early.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's a little bit of a drive over there now.
Feel this is another cup, though. You want to get another cup here.
Yeah.
This is another tournament?
Another cup, U.S. Open Cup.
exactly.
Here.
What the fuck are we talking
Jesus,
about?
why does soccer do this? I thought we just won the big one. What was it? Liz
league?
Cup?
Well, that was
This
the
is
one
the
that was
River
with the
Hounds.
Mexican League. This is just the MLS teams, the ones that the River Hounds
We're
were
beating
in.
on MLS teams. This is that cup.
Didn't they beat Cincinnati FC?
No, they lost
No.
to Cincy. That's how they got knocked
No, they
out.
didn't.
Oh, so if the Pittsburgh Riverhounds
Would've
beat
beat-
Cincinnati
they would
FC,
be
Which was not going to happen.
Methie is going to
Yeah, to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
To the bird?
Right.
Oh my God, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Soccer in America is
Sorry.
awesome. Love everything
Highmark
about it.
Stadium. It would have been turf though, so I don't know if he would have played.
No, he said he doesn't. He said, no, I've never said I wouldn't play on
he
turf, is what he said in his press conference. Now, he had the little ear thing that they have on at those power summits where all those leaders of the world don't understand what the other people are saying.
Right.
So it translates immediately into his ear. And then that's great technology, by the way. And then he's able to respond. He said, I never said anything about not playing on turf. I don't know where that narrative came from. I guess other Europeans have potentially said said that, the greatest of all time, said, I'm getting a percentage of ticket sales.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll play on your turf.
Come on.
Maybe, they got turf or grass at Cincinnati?
Grass.
Oh, so that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
No.
But he's
That
definitely
doesn't even matter
playing.
out there.
If he subs out at half, I'm going to pitch myself over the sweet barrier and just live in Cincinnati forever.
Why?
Because I drove all the way to Cincinnati, so to watch Methie, and if Methie doesn't score in the
Of course,
first half,
this game is going down to the wire. He's going to probably end up playing more.
He's pulling for Cincinnati FC.
Yeah.
he said.
Yeah,
And
but-
then afterwards, he's going to try to work his way in to take a selfie probably with Methie, if I had to guess. Pac, what are the chances you get a selfie with Methie tonight? I feel like pretty good.
Yeah.
This feels like something you work the angle pretty good at.
I probably 90% chance.
Dude, he's got that little security guard.
Yeah.
He knows jujitsu, the guy.
The guy plays no game.
yeah, he snapped 1,000 necks in his lifetime.
Yeah, and he's ready to snap yours too, I think. Now,
For sure.
He's got eyes on the crowd at all times because Methie, people want to touch
Right.
Yeah.
this thing that has been gifted by the gods to play the sport that we love. I think is why there's such an obsession because of how electrifying he is. And after watching a few games, I was like, oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Oh, I get why the entire world is like, yo, this guy.
He's God.
This guy's unbelievable. Because he's like Patrick Mahomes with football. Electrifying can make but even like, I don't want to say even better, but like, this dude has made a sport that is unwatchable, like must see.
Overnight.
Yeah.
So I would assume the people that watch soccer full time and this is their sport, they see this guy like, holy fuck. It's like when Michael Jordan came into the NBA.
Exactly.
And he was like doing these, it was an introduction. I think that first feeling by a lot of the old heads, whenever Michael Jordan came in and just changed the game completely, is the reason why it's so hard to get people to even fathom anybody else being the greatest of all time from that generation because they're like, you have no idea what basketball was.
Right.
Then this fucking guy showed up.
Come with the fadeaway.
And it's a whole different switching hands, the whole shoe game, obviously. This dude flipped the NBA on its head.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what Methie is for a lot of people. It feels, because for me, watching him,
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I love watching the soccer.
Yeah.
I played soccer growing up. Should have watched soccer whenever I was growing up playing soccer. Would have made me a better soccer player. Was pretty good at soccer. Never watched soccer. Not one time. I saw like the USA team down in D.C., Tony Meola, Alexi Lawless, Kobe Jones and the
all
boys.
the boys.
They went and did their thing. I obviously watched that. I seen the Columbus Crew one time. I went to a game, watched that. Seen the Pittsburgh Riverhounds live and in person.
Sure.
But on TV, there was no soccer ever coming on
No way.
the television. Not just me. That's a family decision too. Tim McAfee's not watching that, choosing to watch that, which it's either terrible cowboy movies or football is what he's watching. So I didn't get to watch it much. And then you try to watch it as you get older, and it's like, all right, who has the time? It's like I'm watching a golf game that I'm playing in. Like it's just going to take forever. We're going to find one golf shot we're going to like. Then you watch Messi. Oh, buddy, he is remarkable. Even when his ass is just walking around, it's like, what's he think?
What's he going to do?
What's
he going to do?
See?
He just got to drink of water.
Yep.
Oh,
Hold on.
and then he touches the ball, goal. Here we
Yeah.
go. It's over. Everybody go crazy. This is the best of all time. Good luck. Hey, congrats to you guys. Thanks for setting it up.
Yeah, it's going to be an honor. Legendary. I'm excited, that Messi's going to put on a show for us because I fully believe that. And first time in Ohio, I assume for Lionel Messi, it might be a little culture shock to him as well.
Oh, yeah. Because is Kirk and AJ, the presidents of Ohio, remember they got the trophy from Ryan Day. Are they welcoming Methie and the crew?
I would assume so.
Present the ball.
Governor,
Key to the city, maybe.
mayor, two presidents of Ohio, Kirk Herbstreit, AJ Hawk. Welcome to our city. Now, we're pulling for Cincinnati FC, but you're going to hear some things from this crowd that you probably haven't heard in a lot of places. Welcome to Ohio. So we're really going to test your gumption here this evening. Some of these Ohio fucks, they've been waiting for this moment, and it's going to be a time. Don't let Cincinnati FC get hot.
No.
Do not let
number 10, Acosta, is a really good player.
What's his name?
Acosta.
Acosta?
Love Acosta.
Yeah, number 10.
Like an acoustic guitar. That's how they call him.
He's a dog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting
Cincinnati's team's good.
Yeah.
No, they're
I'm
not.
guessing
We're in first place.
I'm guessing Messi's not too worried about this Acosta fella.
We are in first place. Let's get this straight.
That's just what I assume.
Maybe not.
No chance.
He might be, but I doubt.
He's number 10, and so he's up front. Who is he? Is it Acosta?
Yeah.
Acosta. That
Yeah.
is Acosta.
Acosta's cooler.
Yeah, Acosta. Who knows what his
be.
boys call him? You know what I mean?
I like Electric better than Acosta, but I mean he can do whatever he wants.
Acosta.
He's midfielder. Angulo tonight. Gee, all these dudes. Where's the defense at? There it is. Welcome to the Thunderdome, defense.
Good luck.
Messi is coming to town. This is like whenever left tackles are playing somebody that's just absurd. You don't sleep the whole week leading up to. These dudes just woke up this morning and are like, I play in the MLS, and now I got to fucking.
All of a sudden.
Now all of a sudden,
This guy
Methy's coming to town.
breaks
tonight?
his friends.
And then they got their boys saying, tonight's night you prove yourself.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
To the entire world. You prove that you belong. This is the world stage. We've been behind you since you've been the best player we've ever been around. Like everybody in the MLS, they've been the best players in all of their leagues, all of their teams, at every single stage. You know, everybody talks shit on the MLS and comparing it to, the leagues overseas or whatever. It's like, well, we got the greatest player of all time now. So if you want to talk,
Guy also just lit up the fucking World Cup.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you know
he's
what I
better than
mean? It's
everybody.
not like anybody's stopping him.
But all these guys are incredible at soccer. Their whole lives. 7-year-olds are like, this guy's the guy. This guy's the guy. They've been treated like Methy in every one of their clubs that they have played through. And then tonight they wake up and it's like, am I really what everybody says I am?
Exactly.
But imagine you have a good night against Messi. Then you probably live with that forever.
Go overseas.
That's probably, you're probably getting signed immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go over there. What's going on in Saudi Arabia with Benzema? He got paid $200 million and the coach said, I ain't playing him.
Yeah,
Is that what's going on?
Some guy who used to coach the Wolverhampton Wanderers actually said, Benzema, you can't have the armband, and I actually don't even want you on my team.
And does
what
this
was his
guy-
contract? $900 million?
So does the coach know that is the deal? Like, is he the only one that's so
He has to.
entrenched
dude.
in football that he
Like-
doesn't even know what this guy got paid? Because the coach who's openly complaining,
Yeah.
I assume he's...
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, can we double check? I assume this guy's been beheaded already. They already killed. They already killed this guy.
I don't know if...
Yeah, you're not the coach anymore.
You think they didn't even, like, think about firing him or
Nope.
telling him to change
No.
anything? You think
Nope.
immediate, farthest punishment imaginable
Yeah.
because this guy doesn't want Benzema to have the captain's band?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe. We don't know. I mean, we'll keep up with the story. This is the first time we've heard of one of these billion-dollar contracts in Saudi Arabia just from one of the teams being like, we didn't make this decision.
Yeah.
I don't want you here.
Okay.
All right. We'll
of
see how
money.
it goes.
Sounds
we'll
good,
see
pal.
how it goes. Let's talk about our football. Have fun tonight, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Be a good time.
We're all gonna be living vicarously through you guys.
Yes.
So let's make sure we're doing our research. Of
course.
We're getting the senses. Ooh, Messi just came on the field. It smells fresher. Or
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Like,
Film a lot of it for
Yeah.
sure. And if he doesn't score once again, I'll never go or watch a soccer game.
I think
again.
tonight's gonna be a euphoric experience for you, big time soccer fans.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I think Goompy is gonna be over
I'm,
his splooge.
I'm fucking fired up. This has been one hell of a week.
You wearing a
boys. I
Messi
mean-
tarp?
No, I only have a PSG one, and he hates
Hated it.
PSG.
You'd be
so I'm not-
disrespecting Messi.
I can't do it.
Might be the right play actually because you're going to Cincinnati FC.
Yeah.
So like you can say like, no, this is to disrespect
Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
But then if you saw Messi, you're like diehard fan every single.
So
Exactly.
sorry.
every
So
single
sorry I
stop.
have.
You know what I mean? You kind of play both sides of the fence there. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know where you guys are sitting. I'm excited to hear who else is potentially sitting with you guys. I assume Cincinnati royalty is going to be out in abundance
Yeah. Yeah.
for old King Methy coming to town. Good for him. He's deserved it. He has earned it. Speaking of earning things, there's a chance Jonathan Taylor has earned himself a trade. Now, Ian Rappaport, who told us on the program that if he was to go up for trade, there'd be a lot of teams interested. Where I said, really? At this stage of the football calendar, with the amount of money we're assuming he's commanding in a sign-and-trade situation and what the Colts are looking for in return, there's going to be teams interested? That was kind of alarming. Ian said, absolutely. Now Ian is reporting there are several teams that are interested in having Jonathan Taylor's services this particular season. Now, does that mean at $4 million, which is what he's currently structured to get in his contract, does that mean they'll sign and trade him and get him to a number closer to where he wants to be long term, which was allegedly $17 million at one point? Are these teams interested in giving up a first, or are they interested in giving up like a second and a fifth for the first round thing? We have no idea how serious all these contenders are, but what we're being told is there's several teams interested. This is good news for all parties here, I think. Boston calling it.
Yeah, absolutely huge. I really did not think that there was going to be any. I thought that there was no chance Jonathan Taylor and Melka or whatever the guy's name is were going out.
Malky.
Malky Kawa.
He's a
Melky
businessman.
Okay, well, I thought Kiwi and Jonathan Taylor were going to go out and see if there was going to be any trades, and there wasn't going to be a chance. Who would have the capability to bring this guy in and sign him for what? Not 17 a year, but are we thinking $12 million a year? Is that what he's probably going to command at some other place?
Don't we always say contracts aren't real? Or is it just real in this situation?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like what Jonathan Taylor wants too.
Yeah.
Like have the Colts said, yeah, you can go look and then see what somebody else is willing to offer. And then they're like, all right, well, yeah, fuck, that was what the market said. Here's what you actually get. Did the Colts offer a lesser amount of money and be like, hey, we'll give you $3-4 million more bucks this year, and then that works or doesn't work, or does that work on another team? There's just so much to kind of figure out here, and we are just
15.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry, the days mushed together a little bit, but I mean, to Tony's point, you could probably do the Derrick Henry method, right? Because his was 2 years, actually 28, and it was signed 4 years, 50 or something. Isn't that might be the move to do for Jonathan Taylor then?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely could be.
What teams do you think?
I mean, you just looking at the money, Bears make the most sense. Yeah. But then you would also think like Philly and Kansas City somehow make something happen.
Flus, I was thinking about it yesterday. Eberflus was there the year that he was almost the offensive MVP did he win offensive player? Or was almost the MVP.
Almost the MVP.
Yeah.
I forget who won the offensive player of the year. It was not him.
Okay.
Tyree.
But like
Justin
Jefferson. Yeah.
But like Flus wasn't there for that bad year, so maybe he's got it in his head like, oh,
This guy's unstoppable. You should have seen what he did in practice. He thought the games are good. You should have seen this fucking guy in practice. Coach, last year, not good. He was like, we weren't good last year either. So we're both coming out of the same situation here. Maybe, and you would think that people that are familiar with the player's game would be the one most interested. That seems to be the way it is. You look at DeAndre Hopkins. Whenever he was on the market, it was Vrabel who was interested in Tennessee, who was with him whenever he was down in Houston, and it was Bill O'Brien and Bill Belichick and everybody up there who were familiar with him whenever he was down in Tennessee or in Houston, when everybody else in the league was saying, nope, don't want this guy, doesn't practice, too much money. And then the guys that are with him are like, yeah, okay. So he doesn't practice a couple days a week.
Okay.
How many paychecks do we all get because of a fucking catch this guy? Yep, deal, boom, we're in there. I would assume Eberflus would be a great outlet for that because he does know him. He does understand what could possibly become. And him and Justin Fields.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Hell of a tandem.
fun tandem back there with a weapon on the outside that commands a little bit of respect so you can't just pack the box. Feels like it would make sense for Chicago to get in there. But would they sign him to a long-term deal? Is that what Jonathan Taylor's looking for? And who else might come in here and just sneak in who's like a Super Bowl contender and be like, if we can get you for $4 million 1 year just because you hate them so bad, we'll try to do that as well.
Yeah, because a report came out this morning about the Bears, like kind of checking around for the Chris Jones situation because they want to, spend this money and kind of maximize Justin Fields still being on a rookie contract because I assume they, if he is going to stay there, they're going to have to pay him a bunch of money. Yeah. But also, isn't it possible that JT that $17 million was his price to stay with the Colts? Like, we don't know what, if all these other teams are coming.
hometown, they're actually paying more.
Exactly.
Did you hear what Jim said? Yeah, they're paying more
quite a bit
here than somewhere else, which would be wild. That'd be completely backwards than what it normally is.
Right.
So we'll find all that out. Now, you bring up a good point there about Chris Jones. Let's start talking about him.
Man.
So just a couple of days ago, it was like he quit the NFL. Somebody posted. He's in the middle of a holdout with the Kansas City Chiefs. He also has tweeted that he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year this upcoming year, was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, obviously, he plays for the defense for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is never talked about in any of the conversations because they got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Andy Reid, and they do the ring around Rosie.
That's right.
Ring around Rosie.
Tug.
So it's not a lot of conversation about the defense side of the ball in Kansas City. It's more so always about the offensive side. Chris Jones has just been an absolute staple for them. Stone Cold Chris Jones with their first Super Bowl was something that we were all talking about. Now he's saying, you're going to have to pay me like everybody else. He's come out and said he's willing to wait until week 8 to fucking get a deal done and hold out away from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, is this him just showcasing to the world that he's serious? I will miss games. I do not care. Is this him showcasing the world that he understands that there is some sort of rule, I'd assume, week 8, if you play before then, something probably happens. If you don't until week 10, something probably happens contractually for overall years, maybe. I don't know what exactly.
So Nick and I were looking. You have to be. The word is player must have been on or should have been on a full play status for at least 6 regular season games. So, and their bye is week 10, I think. So then that gives him after that, if say he doesn't play week 9 or whatever, he comes back, and then I believe is the 6 games that he would need to accrue a season.
So week 8 was potentially a cerebral answer by Chris Jones.
Yeah.
But I think he was just showcasing the world like, I'm willing to sit out.
Yeah.
Andy Reid actually spoke about it this morning in a press conference about the Chris Jones situation, obviously after practice. Here's what he had to say about a guy who's potentially a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Now, 2 of the 3 Defensive Player of the Year finalists not in training camp right now.
Yeah.
Bosa, the winner, not there. Chris Jones not there. Here's what Andy Reid has. Not that optimistic here.
I haven't. There's been no communication, so I don't know what's going to go there. But whatever happens, happens. I mean, not there. The game goes on, right? So that's how it works.
Whoa, jeez.
You used to do the GM stuff too. I know you've said you kind of like not being a part of that. But as someone who's the head coach who's been here for as long as you have, you know Chris so well, is there a way for you to get involved in this, or you just?
No, not right now. There's not. Yeah. So they got to communicate and do their thing, and there's just been no communication. So.
Yeah, me giving this answer right now is me getting involved. Chris Jones can hear my fucking answer right now. Okay, and he was speaking to Chris Jones there like, hey, there's been nothing here. You know what I mean? He was also speaking to Brett Veach, I do believe. Hey, there's been nothing here. We need to get this done. I do appreciate the fact that he said, though, if he's not here, like, game rolls on.
Yeah.
So that's Andy Reid also saying, like, hey, we are in a position where you're saying you're sitting out till week 8. We're also like, yeah, we'll be here. We don't really care. It's an interesting dynamic with some of the greatest players in the NFL right now.
And the interesting dynamic of all of this is winning coaches. You see what we are not allowing no distraction. You want to stay at home. And like same thing with the coach with Jonathan Taylor. Like that would have never happened with an Andy Reid.
This is interesting coming out of the Kansas City Chiefs camp, though.
Back-to-back years now, because Tyreek Hill was last year where he wanted an extension, and then instead of the extension, they're just like, all right, fuck it, we'll just trade you. Like, that could easily happen with the Bears this year and Chris Jones. It feels like that after Andy Reid saying that, and, I mean, they're one of the 2 teams in the entire league that are negative this year. They really can't.
Good dap up with Chris Jones at the ESPYs. No big deal, I was there.
No big deal.
I didn't host it, but I was there.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Connor was there
He's
2
a
times.
dog.
Yeah, barely.
Good dap up. Good dap up, you know? And that came right after his I'm going to win Defense Player of the Year tweet, I think.
Yeah.
I said, great tweet, you know? And he said, I'm going to go get it or whatever. And like, it was like very upbeat and then walked out. And then as this news is like come about, like not at camp, not happy. Oh, he's not playing football anymore. He'll sit out to week 8. This has kind of been under the radar as well. And this is our fault. We all talk about offense so much. And like what I just realized in our last, chapter of this conversation, Bosa and him not being at camp, like I guess we've talked about, and the Bosa one doesn't feel like code red.
No, because he hasn't got paid yet.
And I think that's
The Chris Jones one feels like code red.
Yeah.
It feels like a code red situation.
And I think that's why this hasn't, because we've been talking about Bosa and like there hasn't been any concern. It's just like, yeah, it's going to get done. And I think you just kind of assume like, oh, the Chris Jones situation must be pretty similar. Like they're not really talking about it, and they know how good he is. They know how important he is. So like you just assume like, yeah, it'll eventually get done. But yeah, based on that, like he might be gone.
Yeah, there's a chance that another team will come in and pay.
Think so.
Now, granted, he's getting fined, right? Because he's a veteran who's already been paid, so he's getting actually fined for all these days holding out.
Yep.
$50,000 a day.
$50,000 a day, and then he'll miss his game checks, which are like $1 million something a game.
I know Chris as a person. I just don't see him sitting out 8 weeks. I just don't see it.
Imagine him saying, I can afford
I don't see it.
how many? $8 million plus $50,000 a day.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, they said
That's a lot. That's a lot of money, dude.
So much.
There's a lot of money.
1.4 plus his game checks of 8.2. So
Jeez.
Holy shit.
We're not leaving that on the table.
No, but hey, he probably assumes that his next deal will be able to pick up for that and then some. I'm on his side, assuming he deserves all the money. Hey, you're a great football player.
Yeah.
Give him all the money. I don't know how they got to this point where Andy Reid's like, yeah, nobody's even talking to each other. And Chris Jones like, I'm cool with sitting out until I don't give a fuck pretty much. I will. It's like, haven't we had a lot of good times together?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Like the Jonathan Taylor situation, pretty much everybody fired but the GM. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
brand new, nobody's proven anything to each other at all, you know? And the hometown discount normally takes place because somebody has like a feeling of commitment to a team. Like, yeah, you know what? I've seen this team go through this. I've seen our team do this. I want to keep doing this. I want to kind of make this whole thing happen. I'm not saying a hometown discount is something that has to happen, but I'm just saying the reason why you hear about a hometown discount that ever happens is because players normally build up a relationship with a building. And with Andy Reid and Veach being there since the beginning of this whole thing, and them not having a relationship seemingly at all at this point, that's alarming to me. How the hell does that happen? And does Chris Jones want it to happen? Does he want to go somewhere else so that there's a chance, you know, he gets a little bit of talk, a little bit of shine? Because on the Chiefs, any primetime game they have, which is a lot of them, we got to talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Have to.
Okay, here's a segment. Have to have Patrick Mahomes segment. Travis Kelce is going to be the greatest tight end of all time. Have to talk about Travis Kelce, and also everybody loves him.
Yeah.
The guy can do every dance there is. Saw it on the NFL's social media the other day.
Sweet.
And also his New Heights podcast, one of the biggest podcasts on earth right now with his brother. Like, have to do a piece on Travis Kelce. How about Andy Reid? This guy's one of the greatest coaches of all time. Have to do a piece on Andy Reid. The gadget plays. People love the gadget.
Crazy.
Have to do a piece on the gadget plays. So now whenever it's like Chris Jones is just sitting there and he's like, I'm breaking like every record that the Kansas City Chiefs have.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them. And there is no talk at all. I would hope that that isn't what this is about, but you could see that being a piece. Like, hey, I get no love for what I do. I'm not getting paid what I need to get paid or should be getting paid. And all those things just kind of start chipping away. And it feels like that might be the case and why there's no communication. And if he ends up on a different team, like, hey, come to the Colts, dude. I mean, I would love you on the Colts.
You know, if he don't make that play in the Super Bowl, we win the game. So, like, he's a dog, bro. Like,
so good at football.
Yeah.
He dominated the Bengals in that area.
Dominated.
But then, as soon as that game's over, you know, Patrick Mahomes like
Mahomes,
Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know,
The
so
run out of bounds.
He probably thinks he might have been defensive MVP instead of third or whatever if it wasn't like that, maybe.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that that is why this has happened. Just like the Jonathan Taylor stuff, where I'm like, the reason why Colts fans feel the way they do about this, where the national fans feel a little bit different, is because there's just so much shit that just like, you know, stacks on top of each other, where people finally get to a point where it's like, nah. Chris Jones probably has that.
Yeah.
At this, obviously he does. If he's saying, I'm willing to take a $10 million fine to not show up, because he could do a hold in.
Yeah. Could be
Which
there.
people do. Could be in the building. Now, granted, maybe Andy Reid and them said, if you're not going to participate, don't come in our building. Then that's probably a setup for a whole nother get back for your money for fine for not being there. Who knows how that'll get all handled. But that is not a good situation. I don't like it at all.
So they paid him in 2020, and he's making 20 a year. But then Aaron Donald's making 30 a year now because he got paid. Quinn Williams is making 24 a year. Jeff Simmons is making 24 a year. So he's underpaid for who he is right now. Yes.
Yeah. And hey,
That's no question about that.
And this is the last year of his contract, which you would have thought they would have loved to have got this done before the season started.
yes, especially Chris Jones. But you think about what they did with Tyrann Mathieu, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Checked
Tyrann
him.
Mathieu, they're like, all right, well, see you later. And they got somebody else.
Justin Reed. Yep.
Yeah, that was just like, yep, same spot, same money here. This is what we're going to pay you. So maybe they'll think about doing the same thing. Maybe a rookie who has played through their contract that has done well, we'll be able to pay you what we did pay him before, as opposed to what he's asking for his next deal. I don't know. We're just trying to catch trends of what Veach and the Chiefs are trying to do because this is a dynasty building right now.
Yes, it is.
So, like, we're in the middle of it. I think when the Patriots were doing their dynasty, I was obviously kicking balls for a majority of it. Pac-Man was as well. I don't know how much everybody just like kind of studied every single thing that was going on and like, hey, this is the greatest dynasty in the history of professional sports happening because you automatically got to start cutting things down. Now it's like, let's watch the Chiefs handle this dynasty run they're on.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do with a guy who's a defensive player of the year candidate. Let's see what they do with Patrick Mahomes' contract now that he's potentially underpaid.
Right.
And although he's coming out and saying, it's not a big deal, I want to win games, there's also going to be people potentially around him that are like, hey, you know, some point here. You know, there is Travis Kelce. What are they going to do with him? They've obviously done a lot with their weapons, overturned, kind of keep it going. Veach has been able to keep this thing going. As they've had success, as they've had to pay people, they've been able to kind of keep trucking forward on this dynastic run. What we do with Chris Jones, we shall see. You bring up Quinn Williams. He was a star of last night's Hard Knocks episode.
Big time.
And I believe the man that is joining us right now was highly interested in Hard Knocks, not only last night, but this particular season, because it is showcasing a team that he has been a public fan of for a long time. Now, his public fanhood has obviously led him into a lot of situations of saying, oh, we fucking suck again. Not this year, though. It's different. It is different. This man's been skipping around and dancing in his goddamn studio as of late, and for good reason. Ladies and gentlemen, a two different Hall of Fame inductee.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Host of Get Up, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Greenberg.
Hey!
We see you
Hello,
dancing.
guys.
We see you. Hey, we see you dancing on the set. You know, it feels like you're in a little different mental space. Is that because of Ocho over there as a Jet, or is this just standard operating procedure for Greeny when we're this close to football season?
I'm just going to say it. I love him.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely love him. I had no idea it was going to be this good. Like, I'll be totally honest with you. you know how in favor I was of us getting him, and we all saw the video when he said on your show that he wanted to be. Yes, I suggested that I might be willing to sever multiple appendages.
This one was the one that that was the one that stole the combo. You know, you said arm too, but I think you also agreed to. But anyways, yes, you were pumped. Yeah, you were very pumped.
I was pumped. But I will admit that it came with some trepidation. Like, you know, a lot of the stuff that's gone on with him and around him the last couple of years has been the stuff that makes you anxious. What exactly are we going to get? What exactly is his headspace? Where exactly is he going to be, and how exactly is he going to handle this? Let me tell you guys, it has been infinitely better than I might have imagined in my wildest dreams. The idea that he would come here and embrace everything about being a leader, about being a teammate, about being sort of a member of the New York sports community, and well beyond just the sports part of it. He's been so much better than I could ever have imagined. I can't begin to tell you how much I've enjoyed it. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to win the Super Bowl. Who knows what's going to happen?
Okay.
But I think it means we've got a shot, and I think he could become. Sal Palantonio said this on Get Up yesterday. Like, Joe Namath for 50 years has been this city's most beloved person because he did this with us once. Like, I think Rodgers could do that. I really do. I think his legacy could be rewritten by this experience if it goes as well as it's going.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal, in our eyes, a phenomenal chapter of his football life, you know, especially with how it all kind of unfolded there at the end in Green Bay. And now old Cuz is making from the darkness to the Big Apple shirts, and they're embracing it all almost. He's bought into everything. OTAs, he was there every single day. I think he's gone to every one of his teammates' events. I think he's trying his best to showcase that, hey, I still got it, but also he's still pissed. And I think there's a lot of revenge body coming, you know, not only his actual body, but like revenge body. And you see it on Hard Knocks. Are you watching? And what are your thoughts as we're kind of seeing the Jets from a completely different light than maybe we did last year? Last year, it was this dysfunctional operation that didn't have a quarterback. The quarterback that was drafted number 2 overall or whatever, booed out of the stadium. When he's playing, booed out of the stadium. Strafolsky, who won a Grey Cup. They didn't even know this guy existed. Standing ovation for him. It was just dysfunction at the highest level. Now, you watch his Jets, I think it's got all of us believing like, hey, this feels like a real team. This feels like a real deal operation. Last night, Woody Johnson comes in, rocking some ice. He gives a motivational speech. He's all in. Like you said, they don't have to win a Super Bowl. He's saying he's probably going to play for a few years, maybe 3 more years. Has to be one within that run. But like, you got to feel, we're winning a Super Bowl. This is the first time you probably felt this long time?
It's the first time I've ever thought it. And what I will say is it goes to show you just how important one person can be when that one person is the right person. There haven't been that many of those people, but he's one of them. And look, Pat, you would know this better than anybody because of all the years that you were around 18. Like Peyton Manning just changes everything. His presence, it's not just what he does on the field. It's so much more than what he does on the field. It's everything that he is changes an entire organization, and that is what Aaron Rodgers has done. And I give him a lot of credit, too, because he recognized it, I think, before I recognized it, which is to say, when I go back and I listen to what he said on your show the week after we played them, the week after the Jets played Green Bay last year and beat them up, he was talking at length. I'm sure you've played it over and over again, as have we on Get Up.
No, we have.
He was talking glowingly and very specifically about the talent that exists on the Jets. Oh, yeah. And you just don't see it that well when you don't have the right person to bring it all out. But Rodgers, he's changed everything. He's literally changed everything for the organization. And whatever it is he gets out of it, he is going to give infinitely more.
And that's why you're dancing on Get Up every fucking
week. Grabbing the jersey.
And I'm getting better. Don't you think I'm getting better? Like I'm working on the move. Yeah. I think I'm getting better at the dancing.
I don't know, Granny. I think you were good at the beginning. You know.
Yeah.
Like, you're saying you're getting better. Like I think your first batch of like draft deer legs, kind of cabbage patch.
Little hitch in there.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a pump fake. I think you owned it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that it's happening.
I thank you for saying that. It's not my strong suit. I remember one time you guys had me doing up downs, and I didn't even know what they were.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm heading in the right direction with this.
Yeah, it's amazing, too, with how long you've covered sports that somehow there hasn't been some osmosis.
Yeah, just one time.
You know, it's a pretty fantastic feat, and that's why you're in 2 Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you're in 2 Hall of Fames. Let's start diving into the AFC East just a little bit more. And obviously, Stephen A. Smith came out of his vacation and was like, you know what? Just like Craig Carton, my sources are saying stuff. Lonzo Ball can't stand up. Okay. Well, Lonzo Ball, one-legged squat. Obviously, at some point, Stephen A. had heard that. I would assume that Stephen A. is not just making shit up. Then the one thing he said, I heard Stephon Diggs once out of Buffalo. It's like, I think we all kind of saw that. Stephon Diggs, that is not true at all. But whenever you think about what has come out of the Bills as of late, as opposed to like a year ago, right? A year ago, they were going to win a Super Bowl. Josh Allen's going to be the MVP.
Yep.
This team's going to do everything. Now there's like no discussion about the Bills. And if it is, it's always seemingly some negative drama bullshit, seemingly. Why is that? And are they still the kings of the AFC East in your eyes? And go ahead.
I think people got a little tired of them. Yes, last year was supposed to be their year. They were the logical progression of that team after they had Mahomes dead to rights with however many seconds were left in that game that night, and then obliterated the Rams in the season opener last season, the Super Bowl champion Rams in the opener. It felt like they were a prohibitive favorite. And then anytime you come up short of that, people are going to immediately say, well, your window is starting to close. I'm not 100% sure that's true. First of all, they have Allen, and he's phenomenal. Second of all, I think a lot of things happened to them last year. Allen got hurt, actually, in a game against the Jets. They had this massive snowstorm in Buffalo that I think really impacted the community. It impacted them. I think that was a bigger deal than people on the outside recognized. And then, of course, the Damar Hamlin situation, which had to be draining, taxing, emotionally devastating, whatever other adjectives you want to put in there. I still think that they're a lot better than most people are saying. We live sort of in a society of absolutes. They couldn't possibly lose. Now they can't possibly win.
Is that your fault? You think that's your fault?
Probably. I fully acknowledge that I am the master of hyperbole. I am the world's greatest overreactor. I've now fallen in love with Jordan Love. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. So I make decisions really fast. Here's what I will say. Can I tell you what scares me to death? Because your first question was about the AFC East. I'll give you a general AFC East response. Jonathan Taylor could wind up in either Buffalo or Miami. That scares me to death. He is so good. What the hell is going on there with your Colts and Jonathan Taylor, Patrick? Get this together.
Yeah, Schefter came on and kind of gave me a little toot as well, and Ian Rappaport gave me a little toot as well. I think the way that the Indianapolis community and the Colts are viewing it is like Jonathan Taylor was the mayor of that team in like everything that we needed. And we're in a full rebuild right now. You know, brand new coach, brand new quarterback, brand new vibes. It was bad last year. I mean, we had people gambling on games. Yeah. We had people showing up late to meetings, to treatment. Like the whole building basically collapsed. And then obviously what happened in Minnesota is like the biggest comeback in the history of the fucking NFL. Like last year was a dumpster fire, and Jonathan Taylor did not play his best football. Now, it's not just Jonathan Taylor's fault, obviously. There's a lot of people that did not play well. So I think in Indianapolis, the thought is like, hey, we're all trying to just get past that whole thing. So when Jonathan Taylor in April said, I'm going to play through my contract, like that ran in Indianapolis, like local news, like, yeah, this is the leader we need. Pumped. This is what we need here. And then all of a sudden, new agent, hey, which I hope they get their money. You got to do whatever you got to do. It changes completely. So I think that is why. I don't think it's just like we don't think Jonathan Taylor's a great player here in Indy. Jonathan Taylor's a fucking dog, dude. If he plays his best football, and given the opportunity, he's incredible at football. But here it's like, I think a lot of people are just like, if you don't want to be here, bub, like, all right.
Good luck.
You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I think Indy feels. And that's kind of...
I get it.
Go ahead.
And look, they're not winning the Super Bowl with him this year. So I get it. If they can get a first-round pick or something like that, everything around that team right now has to be based on developing the quarterback. You got to get Anthony Richardson to a place where a year ago today, we're talking about him the way we talk about Justin Fields. Is he the guy knocking on the door of being the next NFL superstar, the next Josh Allen, the next Jalen Hurts? That's where you want to be a year from now. And I get it. Jonathan Taylor doesn't have to be a part of that. So it does make sense if you can get a lot for him, a one or whatever it is that adds up to.
It would have been better earlier, though, when everybody had shit. You know, like when there was a window.
Someone will do it.
Pre-draft.
Someone will do it. Someone will give it to them. Because, look, if the Jets didn't have Dalvin Cook, I would be screaming that the Jets should do it. If the Dolphins do it, I had Sal Palantonio, who is the opposite of me. He's not prone to hyperbole. He's been a reporter for 40 years. He said on my show yesterday, if the Bills get Jonathan Taylor, just put them in the Super Bowl right now. And I think that that makes sense to me. So that scares me to death. I think Jonathan Taylor's ultimate destination will go a long way, could go, and I think will go a long way towards deciding who winds up winning a lot of stuff this year.
Hell yeah. And I hope wherever he goes, he gets somebody's going to have to pay him, though, right? That's a sign and trade. That's not just a trade, right?
Right. They have to make a new deal with him. No one will trade for him unless they know they're going to get a deal done with him. But he knows he's for everything, everyone. People love him, by the way. And I assume you know him personally. I don't. Everybody raves about him. That he's a smart. He knows he's not getting $26 million. He's not getting paid like he's a pass rusher. He's not getting paid like he's a left tackle.
I don't know if that's true, Greeny.
You think he thinks he's going to get paid the amount of money that, that some of the big star, look, running backs, that those days are over.
Well, that's what I think a lot of, that's kind of a part of the whole thing as well, because I think he was kind of taking a stand for the running backs as a whole, too.
Right.
Remember they had
But he's going to get more than $4 million. I mean, the franchise number is $11 million. He's certainly worth that. And there are a lot of teams out there that can pay him that. And for him, that'll be a lot of money. And it's a lot more than he's guaranteed to make.
I think you're misreading. I think you're misreading the. I might be wrong, because you would assume that Jim Irsay and Chris Ballard and Jonathan Taylor at some point over the last couple of weeks since the shit has started, where they've gone like, hey, we can give you like $4 million more. We'll make it guaranteed. And then we talk next offseason, it's $8 million. That helps a little bit. That's more than Austin Eckler. That's more than a couple other guys.
Yep.
But also, you're going to be a free agent at the end of the year. You would think that would have happened, right? I would hope that would have taken place.
I would assume so, yes.
But then if that did take place, then that means that Jonathan Taylor and team said, no, we want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
He wants his money now.
Yeah.
I think he wants a 3-year extension. I'm just making things up here, to be very clear.
Yeah, we all are. I don't know shit about fuck either, and I'm in the city, so it's like, yeah.
But if you gave him, a 3-year extension at the kind of money that Saquon Barkley is going to make this year and Tony Pollard, the franchise tag running backs, I would have to believe he would take that. And look, he's 24 years old. Listen, at this point, we're just speculating so recklessly now, it's pointless. Here's what I will say. I believe he's going to get traded. And I believe if you put him on the Cowboys, they should absolutely do it. And that would shift the balance of power in the NFC. I think if you put him on the Bills or the Dolphins, it could shift the balance of power in the AFC.
Tony Pollard's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Just sitting down there in Dallas. Jerry
Tony Pollard should love it. He should love it. My man, Tony Pollard he's an accent piece. Ryan Clark said it great on Get Up. He said putting Tony Pollard in that offense is like driving a Lamborghini into a demolition derby. You give that guy the ball 23 times a game and ask him to run up between the tackles, he won't make it to October. So he needs a workhorse. He needs like Zeke. He needs who Ezekiel Elliott used to be, and that's who Jonathan Taylor is. And then Pollard gets his like 14 touches a game in which he is dynamic and makes big plays. That's what he's meant to be. I think that is a perfect pairing.
Was that your show where he said Justin Jefferson, George Pickens thing, Ryan?
No, he said that. No, we played it, but he
No. We certainly got a pop off it. Yeah. We certainly. Hey, Ryan, remember we'll remind everybody. This just happened. Certainly. Ryan, by the way, congratulations to him. Monday Night Football Countdown wins the Emmy last year. That George Pickens, Justin Jefferson thing was obviously his opinion, and a lot of people disagreed with it. That's going to happen when you're stepping in there. And I guess the accent piece is okay, but I think Jerry said, I got a lot of faith in our young running backs right now. I'm not looking ahead to that room at all. I thought with the Zeke non-signing and him going there, I assumed they're like, hey, Tony and whoever else, this is your room. If they were bringing Jonathan Taylor, good luck. I think Swagoo would love that, obviously, because they would be back in good conversation, good graces, if Jonathan Taylor's playing like he was playing 2 years ago, which we assume, right? We'll just assume that takes place?
We're going to hope so. I mean, he was hurt last year, and hopefully he isn't hurt now. Look, Jerry Jones told us 2 weeks ago he had no money for Zach Martin. And then all of a sudden, he had money for Zach Martin. I don't pay much attention to what people say. Just pay attention to what they do. The Cowboys need Jonathan Taylor. I think the Bills need Jonathan Taylor. I think the Bills need someone to run the ball who isn't their quarterback. And Jonathan Taylor is pretty much as good at it as anybody.
Everybody in Indianapolis would hope for Jonathan Taylor to get paid and play very well. But if he doesn't want to be a Colt, Colts sucked when you were on the team, so just didn't work out, I think is the way it views. Hopefully, both parties will win. I'll be excited to see what that contract looks like before the trade. Pac-Man's got something for you, Greeny.
Hey, Greeny, everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers and the receivers, but nobody's talking about this running back room that you guys have in New York. You got Breece Hall, you got Dalvin Cook, and Michael Carter, who's played really good. How do you think, I have them in top 2 as far as the room in the NFL. How do you think they'll pan out as a group? And what do you think?
I agree. Pac-Man, I totally agree. They also have a kid they drafted out of Pitt named Israel Abanikanda, who I think is going to be a really good player. They took him on the 5th round, and he's another guy who's a good player. Look, there are. I said this the other day, and Pat McAfee, you would understand this as well as anybody.
Hell yeah.
There are 3 things that you can't have too much of. You can't be too rich, you can't be too handsome, and you can't have too many running backs because they're always going to get hurt. So, I mean, one minute you're a luxury, and the next minute you're a necessity at that position. So, I think that their depth is their biggest strength. What Breece Hall, when healthy, is a stud, and this gives him the chance to not have to rush back. He got hurt, I think, the week after that Green Bay game last year. So it was October of last year. He's now like 10, 11 months removed from an ACL. Let him come back. Let him rev up and be 100% ready. Dalvin is phenomenal. Michael Carter is phenomenal. Abanikanda is a nice change of pace. Yes, Pac-Man, I think that the Jets are as deep at running back as any team in the NFL, and that is hugely valuable.
Was it his left knee or right knee? Do you remember for Breece?
I don't remember.
Let's say it was his left knee then. Let's say it was left knee.
Okay.
Last night, Hard Knocks, he was talking to Sauce, and he said, yeah, I might touch 23 miles an hour today. It's like, okay, he feels like he's back. He was doing lunges, full leg up lunges, which is very late in the rehab process, and also no knee braces when he was going against other people. I would say, this is just dumb eyes.
Yeah, he looked really good.
Through these eyes,
Sure.
Breece Hall's back, I think.
Yeah.
I think you should be pretty comfortable that Breece Hall is back. They didn't even have a brace on this guy, which that was surprising. It's like, okay, normally they just throw one of those on to cover their ass. Like, yeah, let's just put a brace on just in case. He was wide open seemingly and bursting. And I think Robert Saleh said, I love competition in a room or whatever the case is. It's like that whole luxury to necessity bar that you drop there is so good because let's just say a guy, hammy, something.
Yeah.
Oh, you got another all-pro back here.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that is, I think it was a brilliant move by them to get Dalvin Cook.
Brilliant. Guys never, look, the season is longer now than it's ever been before. There's no question that depth at that position is critical. And Pac-Man, I'll go back to your question. If Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook are both healthy, that's the best 1-2 punch at that position in the National Football League. That's the best 1-2 punch at running back that any team has in the NFL. Sure. Garrett Wilson was the Rookie of the Year last year. Breece Hall would have been. If he had stayed healthy, he was better than Garrett Wilson before he got hurt, and then Wilson wound up winning the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hall is that good.
Garrett Wilson won Offensive Rookie of the Year with 5 different quarterbacks. Couldn't really throw the ball that way.
Yeah.
You know, and that's incredible.
And none of them were good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Zach's good all of a sudden now, it looks like, through Hard Knocks. But watching Aaron talk about Garrett and watch everybody else and then what they're showing from the one-on-ones from Garrett, it's like, ooh, he makes some unusual cuts. Like you're watching a highlight and it's like, oh, this guy's going to try to get the edge or whatever. Like you're just because you've seen so much football. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, he's like cutting it back like a running back after he gets the ball in his hands. That's the type of shit that Aaron has done very well with in the past. Like let me put this right in a spot so this guy can continue to run. And if you can get yards after catch with that whole thing, oh, you guys, hey, you might have it.
Yeah,
this might be it, Greeny. It feels like too much hype, though. Oh, a lot of positive. A lot of positive. Too much hype. Too much hype.
No, there's no such thing as too much hype.
It's my wings, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've waited 50 years for this. 50 years. I'm an old man, and this hasn't happened since before I was conscious of it. The last time the Jets won, I was one. So I mean, there's no amount of hype that is too much hype for them right now. And again, Rodgers is the reason why. He's been everything. He's literally been everything for us. He's the biggest star in New York right now. The city loves him. I got Giant fans walking up to me in the street saying, I got to be honest with you, Greeny, I love Aaron. I love him. I thought I was going to hate him. The Giant fans love him.
It's the Jet City again.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
We got Giants fan in here who goes, you know, for that preseason game, sideline on Jets side, $150. Sideline on Giants side, $400. So let's just remember who's who around here is what this guy, old Brucey Suits, says, who's a diehard Giants fan.
Yeah, it's a little bit Knicks and Nets to me, but it is true. I do love Aaron Rodgers, and it is cool seeing him become a New Yorker a bit.
But Danny Dimes was slinging it.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Oh, hey, he was looking good the other day. They're excited. Saquon, immediately after that Zoom call, said, you know what, I'll take $12 million.
Fuck it.
Whatever the deal is. And Jonathan Taylor was like, all right, you do that. I'm going to start a war over here.
Yeah, 120.
It's great to hear. I do appreciate that. The only negative thing about your Jets is the offensive line. And that leads to what Ty wants to ask you about because he is a Packers owner, actually.
Yeah, Greeny, last week on Get Up, you pleaded the Jets front office to trade for David Bakhtiari, and since then, Brian Gutekunst has said, hey, that's not going to happen, so you can forget that. So I was just curious if you wanted to take this opportunity to plead the Jets front office to trade for any more of the Packers' best players, and also how, like, it seems like things with the offensive line are kind of cooling down a little bit. How concerned would you say you and kind of just like the Jets fans in general are with the O-line going into the year?
Dwayne Brown back.
Yes.
Today, I think.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11, because the only thing that can derail this is if Rodgers gets hurt. Like, I mean, that's, you know, a bad week here or there you can live through, but we can't get him hurt. He, as I said, he's everything. So if the offensive line is as bad as it has at times looked, then we got a real problem. Now, I happen to think it's going to come together better. I hate the fact that I'm about to say this sentence. Like, Mekhi Becton is one of the most important players in the entire NFL this year. If he's healthy, then the Jets' offensive line, I think, will be fine. They don't have to be great. They just have to be average. And I think they could manage average with him. Without him, they could be in real trouble, and that's an enormous problem. And as far as the Packers are concerned, yes, Zaire Alexander, can we get him? Can we get? I take Aaron Jones.
AJ Dillon.
I like him. I'll take AJ Dillon. Well, you know, we've already got a pretty stacked running back room, so I'll just take one of them. You can keep whichever one of those two you want. I'll take the other. I like Christian Watson. I like Romeo Dobbs, actually. I like what I see from him. So there are a lot. Yeah, look, I could see us going a lot of different directions. We'll do our shopping. We'll go do our shopping in Green Bay again as soon as we get to the trade deadline.
Yeah, they're open for business. That's not your fault.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That's not your fault. They were like, yeah, 4-time MVP. Fucking take them. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Randall Cobb, yeah. Alan Lazard, we don't want it. Yeah, do what you got to do. And then I do appreciate the fact that LaFleur on the record was like, are you talking about Green Bay East? When he asked the job, I'm like, I like that. Behind the scenes, there's some shit being talked.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy that. I can't wait to see how it works out. Because like you, Greeny, we all think Jordan Love's a guy. But with that being said, feels like it's Super Bowl or bust, even though Greeny's trying to hype tamper the expectation.
Sure.
Super Bowl or bust this year. Going all in with an offensive line, not a bad decision. You talk about Aaron getting hurt. Could you imagine, Diggs?
Greeny, you said that's the one thing that's going to derail this. And I know you, just as a Jets fan and as a sports fan in general, you hate that he's playing this preseason game, don't you?
Listen, I've said this on the show every day this week. Take me instead, okay? I mean, if don't let anything happen to him, okay? Let me get hurt. I'll fall off a curb. I'll do whatever it is you need. if he gets hurt in this game, I don't like to put it out into the universe as even a possibility because I know he believes in that, and if he does, I do because I stand in firm lockstep with him on everything now. It would be the most devastating thing ever, and I can't imagine they're going to put him in a position where that's even a remote possibility. I have to believe they'll do whatever the things are that you do to make sure the quarterback does not get hit and is as safe as can possibly be. I mean, I remember when the Jets, they lost Chad Pennington for not the season, but it was months with a broken wrist in this preseason game. Mark Sanchez got knocked out for the year in this game against the Giants. Bad things have happened against the Giants. But there's no way in the world they're going to let that happen to Rodgers. They just have to not let it. By the way, can I just make one other quick observation? We ran a piece of sound from Rodgers today where he talked about when Saleh came over to have a conversation with him about playing. And he said, well, look, I had a very nice conversation with Robert. And that wasn't the exact phrase, but he just the way he called him Robert, I thought was really remarkable. There's no other player in the NFL who just casually refers to their head coach by their first name. And frankly, what's that? Did you ever hear that? Like Peyton Manning never called Tony Dungy Tony. He never got up there and said, well, listen, after the game, Tony and I sat down and we figured all this stuff out. Like, it's always Coach so-and-so.
Yeah, you're right.
Brady was always Coach Belichick.
Bill.
I like it. I mean,
Tom Brady said Bill.
Kendrick Bourne said it last week. So, I mean,
they say Bill. I think in the NFL, it's a lot more like we're working together. But I do believe coach is normally
coach is normally, and we overdo it. I mean, it's not a military title. You're just a coach. It's not like you're addressing a general. Like, I think it's perfectly reasonable for him to be like, listen, I was talking to Robert and so, and there's no obvious reason to me why you shouldn't do it. I like it. I am completely in favor of it.
Well, I want to let you know, if Artie Smith ever comes on your show after he gets another win in England, he will be deserving of the title Sir Coach Artie. He's trying to get knighted. He actually said on our show, he said, I don't know how many games you got to win in England as a head ball coach before you get knighted, but I'm going to try to find out this whole thing. And then he followed up with us. The last time I said that to the British reporters, the joke fell very flat. He said he's going to give it a go again. He said, I'm going to give it a go again. If he gets knighted, think about how obnoxious that is. Sir Coach Artie Smith. Like, he won in on the whole title thing as well. But the way Aaron and Robert Saleh have been talking about are his peers. They've been talking as peers almost as anything else, which is a good relationship in the NFL. Now, Coach Saleh, I appreciate everything we've seen out of you on Hard Knocks. When did you decide that Aaron needed to play, and why was that decision made?
Well, I just told him we got one fucking up, okay? One up to do this. All right? And listen, we talked about it last night. You're a commander, all right? You're not a survivor. Our offensive line has fucking sucked so far, right? and we got to change who we fucking are right fucking now. Because if we go into the season with Zach Wilson, yeah, he's looked good. Hard Knocks is great. He had that long run. We're fucked if we don't have you, okay? So go out there, play behind this shitty offensive line right now, and you show everyone you're a fucking commander. You're not a fucking survivor, all right? We got one up before the regular season starts. Go get it done.
How long have you been working on that?
I just kind of, when I was watching it the other night, I kind of just did it out loud, and I was like, that's not bad.
No, it's good. That's good.
I'm happy it's here, because we got that bald head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bald head here that we can just toss on.
Jason.
And I feel like he's going to be in the news a lot. I love the way he speaks, man. I really do. I enjoy the way. Are you learning a lot about him from this Hard Knocks, and what are your thoughts on him?
Yes. I mean, look, I continue to believe that he's the second biggest X factor. The offensive line is the biggest X factor. The second is him. And after 2 years as head coach, the only thing that can be reasonably said of him is that the jury is out. There's things about him I've liked and things I haven't. What I will say is that his job description completely changed this offseason. He went from a young coach with no head coaching experience who was taking over a young team that was looking to build gradually, which is one thing, to a team that's expected, you just said it, to win the Super Bowl this year. That's a very different thing. And as you point out, and is obvious, there is a very limited window here. Rodgers is going to be 40 years old. So whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, this is not something that you're waiting for the coach to grow into. So if this goes sideways this year, I do believe that's the first place you look to make a really significant change. They have the talent. They have the quarterback.
Shit.
Now, I'm not.
Bro, you're on the back.
Just saying,
the crow's on the back of the eagle right now.
Pressure on him.
You're the crow, Bob. You're the crow. right now.
I did not just fire Robert Saleh, to be clear.
Well,
I think he's got I think the pressure is on him. The spotlight is on him to get this thing right immediately. And yes, I do like him on hard. Look, I think everybody likes him. From what I can tell, he's a very likable person, but we need to win football games.
Yeah, I do like the fact that you just said that little story you told at the beginning of training camp about the crow getting on the back of the eagle and attacking the eagle, and the only bird that does that, and then the eagle says, oh, is that right? Well, we're going to fucking go and soar a little bit. And inevitably, the crow can't breathe the same air that the eagle can. You're saying, hey, Aaron's the eagle here, pal, okay?
Yeah.
You're either going to fly next to him or you're going to be on the back of the crow and you're going to die. I appreciate you saying that, Greeny, because that's probably how Saleh feels. I bet you that's how every coach in that building feels, because when there's an expectation for success, all the coaches know, like, well, if it doesn't happen, Woody's not wearing that chain because of us.
No. Right.
You know, he's put a lot of money in this locker room. He's expecting success. And if it doesn't happen, it's not where he invested hundreds of millions of dollars. It's probably in the group of dudes that are sleeping on our couches every single night. So let's remember that. Good luck to the Jets. Shout out to Saleh. And shout out to you, man. Still crushing. Are you back now all the way to season?
Oh, I'm back all the way through the season. I've barely been off. Look, after last year, when you got the entire world counting my days, thanks a lot for that. I have been paying some attention. I think I've worked more days this summer than you have so far.
Whoa!
I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
We took a long time
but
off.
yes, I will be in the saddle and ready to go. And look, you've been around our operation at Get Up. You know how we do things. You know how careful we are, how specific we are about the topics that we do. I never would have dreamt that I would live through a season in which the Jets were the biggest story. This is like a miracle has fallen in my lap. If you think I'm missing a day of this, you got to be out of your mind. Since Get Up started, I've had Sam Darnold, then I...
Oh, yes. Loser.
Good run, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Greenberg.
Yeah, Mike.
That was awesome. That was actually the I had Sam Darnold, and then in your head, all right, now let's start.
Go back
He did that. That's why he's in 2 Hall of Fames.
Yep.
He was like, let me just take you to water here, okay? You're going to have to drink. But since Get Up has started, I had Sam Darnold. Now let you fucking figure it out.
You finish.
Strafolsky, Flacco,
Mike White.
Everybody just kind of rolling through the names. All right, let's get to a break. I appreciate that conversation from the suit over there.
Yeah, it brought back all my Jets hatred. I hate the Jets so much now. I just remembered it.
Watch another episode of Hard Knocks. You'll be right back in.
I do like the episodes, but no, I hate the Jets.
Thank you. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah.
It was a good episode last night, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Been solid so far.
I like Sauce, the way he operates. Him talking to like everybody on the offensive side of the ball, not normal. You know, a lot of people just kind of isolated, kind of do their thing. Sauce seems to have a relationship with every human on the team. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then pointing out Thomas Morstead sprinting after every time he holds a field goal.
Yep.
Love it.
So sweet.
A lot of people ask me, what the fuck? I don't know. I need it. So the Jets fans, after field goals, when Thomas Morstead is busting a 4.67, 4.7, probably 40, I'm excited to hear that. Whoa!
Yeah. Some videos in the stands. People.
Thomas looks faster this week.
Yeah.
End of the season, whoa, he's kind of lumbering around there. I never did the full sprint thing. A lot of jumping, though. Because when you're supposed to be, like, explosive. Like, punting, you have to be explosive. Like, it's a very explosive movement. But most of the time, we're doing a lot of this right here.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then holding, you're getting crunched. Your entire body is just being put into a ball. You have to be tiny. And then you have to stand up. It's like, all right, keep these legs loose. When you're young, it's not a problem. When you get old, though, boy, these joints start to fucking
real tight.
Got some scars here doing this. We go kick into this net. Oh, I missed one. Hit a guy down there. That's good.
Ooh,
it's a whole thing. So I've never seen the full sprint down the field operation, but maybe I missed out on
it.
Something.
Look great.
He's a runner, bro.
He was
real
moving.
He's a big son of a bitch. Yeah.
His legs too. They actually come up to like my tits. So like stand next to him. He's like 3 to 4 inches taller than me. And his legs literally just come right up here.
It's like that with Cobb.
That would be really nice for a punter, for your legs to just be the longest on earth. But then when he starts running, he has like perfect form, super smart guy. So I think when they taught him how to run, he was like, all right, here's the perfect execution. That son of a bitch is striding like that guy in Happy Gilmore. You know what I mean? He's going, hi. His first tackle in the NFL, you go back and look, it was awesome because he actually walks a guy and he has like perfect form while he's running. I'm like, you're fantastic.
Beast.
Yeah. That's why.
Not supposed to be in the NFL, I don't think.
No, I assume that's why the Saints lined him up at D tackle that one game.
Remember him at 4-point?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking dog.
He's awesome, bro. He's very intelligent. Like, super duper smart. Like, I think if wasn't a meathead, which he is, and like a super competitive person, I think he'd be doing a very, very serious big brain job.
Yeah, NASA.
But instead, he's just one of the greatest punters to ever exist. And he full sprints after every field goal.
Yeah. This would be his second, right? If they were to win the Super Bowl, he's already got one.
Yeah, he had the surprise onside kick against us.
Yeah.
That was back when he kicked off. Because I was like, oh, he's running because he's got to kick off next. He's like, no, he doesn't kick off anymore either. Just fucking get a run in.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb saying, that's some of my favorite parts of the football, man.
Yeah, telling everybody.
Watching you run. Have you seen, and then they got that slow-mo of Salah seeing him.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's going on over there? I love Thomas. Thomas taught me how to punt. So I'm very thankful for Thomas Morstead. He was much better than me. He was the first guy I saw at a camp where I was like, oh, that motherfucker.
Huge.
That guy can do what I can do. Because normally you show up at one of these fields, for some of us who have big legs, and you just watch people, and then you just go ahead and put your thing right behind them, and you just launch the ball over their head.
Yep.
Sure.
And it's like, all right, just kind of let everybody at this place know what's going on here. That was the first time I showed up at a camp, and I saw a guy hit a ball, and I was like, oh, I can't do that one there. How far did that guy fucking just hit that ball? And then I go over and talk to him, and he's like, obviously I'm staring up at him.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, how are you, Pat? Super good guy. I'm like, can you teach me how to do what you just did there?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. He's taught, I think when it's all said and done, he'll probably have like 22 NFLers that he taught.
Damn.
Yeah, while he's in the league.
That's sweet.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. I'm happy he got a little shine last night. I appreciate that.
Was he in the Ray Guy Award finalists too?
No, but he should have been. Like, that's one of the guys, should have won.
Should have been there.
Yeah, should have been there. Huber should have been there. But they weren't. I was there, and I lost. Guy didn't even have enough punts he wasn't on the stats. Didn't even have enough punts to make it into the stats.
Oh, my God.
20-some punts. What are we even doing?
He was greasing poles.
No, he was a cool guy. Not his fault, Ray Guy. Yeah. Shout out Ray Guy at Hall of Famer.
Shout out.
I don't know what the deal was with me. We had a beer the night before. I thought I won him over.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
I think I was the only one drinking, which could have been a part of the problem.
Maybe.
Still.
Me and AQ Shipley just housing beers at this
With
college
Ray Guy.
football award show.
What, you're not supposed to enjoy yourself? Have a good
Open
time?
bar over there, some food over there. Tim Tebow was there, the whole thing.
Yeah, you earned it.
Me and No Sean Marino were hanging out. I believe Colt McCoy was there. Me and AQ just absolutely getting blitzed.
As you should.
Absolutely. That was the first night we really ever hung out, and now we know. In the trenches.
Yeah, that's right.
What a time. We had a good time. Let's get to a break. AJ Hawk will be on the other side. We'll also be joined by Darius Slay.
Ooh.
Big play Slay.
Podcast came out the other day where he was talking about Jalen Carter, the rookie out of Georgia, who has not played an official down of NFL football yet, but has done enough in practice and preseason games where there's a lot of vets going, what is this thing?
This guy.
What is this? Darius Slay is the most recent one. We'll talk to him in about 10 minutes. AJ in about 5 minutes. We'll take some of your phone calls on this beautiful Wednesday as well. 1-833-432-3663. 1-833-4-DOME. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Take 5.
5.
We have some massive news.
Lot of blessings piling up that I ain't even wish for. No, not the one for y'all. I'm locking the fridge door at the crib, cutting hits. I read through the catalog, came to conclusion, no one's touching it. Just finished and made a voyage. I've been on the main grind. Said I'm trying to kill them off, whatever it takes. I see the boats, I'm at home. I'm selfish with the goals. I could give a fuck who try and get along. 6'3", you can't look me in the eyes.
Thank you, man.
Welcome the incomparable Pat McAfee.
But as soon as we get backstage, I see Serena Williams like 6 feet from me. I'm like, oh my God. Hello, hello, hello. You look fantastic. Massive room. Did not expect to see this many incredibly important humans to the media world. And then all of a sudden, guess who pops by? Ryan Seacrest.
Good to see you, bro. Ryan Seacrest, how are you? Congratulations.
Legend, bro. And holy shit, Ryan Seacrest is here. Honestly, your work ethic is something that people really inspire you. Why am I here? Great question. Sweet cowboy hat. How you doing, dude? Makes me look thinner. The Kardashians?
Bullshit.
Come out of the elevator. Hey, good luck out there. Thank you. My show my guys and I will be joining the ESPN universe. And we are so incredibly pumped, honored, and thankful to be doing that. And a lot of people are wondering, why would you ever want to do that when you run a couple $100 million valued company with full independence and the ability to kind of do whatever I want, whenever I want, with my crew that is one of the hardest working group of men on this earth. And it's because I had the incredible opportunity over the last 2 months to chit chat with the leadership at ESPN. I go up to a lounge, Alex Honnold, the guy that was climbing?
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, holy fuck, that's that guy who just hangs off the side of cliffs or whatever. And I think the future of sports media is certainly something that we're kind of creeping in on. Digital has become an influence. It has the structure. It has the ability to reach millions and millions of people. Dan Orlovsky, after his riveting performance on the stage, which it was,
gets a Shirley Temple.
He got wine.
Okay.
Wow.
The future obviously says that linear television is going to be dead. ESPN, the channel, won't be able to exist. But when is that? Is that a year from now? 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Can we get to 25, maybe 30, 35, 40? By that time, I'm 65, 70 years old, and I've completely missed out on the powerhouse that is ESPN Linear. So when I was talking to Jimmy and Burt Magnus and the Bob father, Bob Iger, somehow got a chance to be in his office for an hour and a half in Burbank. That was bananas. He's now talking, I think, to the leader of France. Dumbest life of all time continues. But they all very much understood that we need to embrace both what tomorrow is and what today is. And I have the exact same vision. Then Joe Buck, Troy Aikman come walking in. I'm very thankful to announce that we'll be on ESPN, ESPN Plus, the ESPN app, and for the first time, I do believe in all of sports media, we'll be live on ESPN's YouTube at the exact same time. Jimmy, Burke, Bob understood that 98% of male Gen Zers use YouTube on a daily basis. So being live there and on ESPN, we should be able to reach the entire world, hopefully, if I don't fuck it up, which I might have just did by saying the F word in this room right here.
You met the real DeMar Hamlin, not Michael B. Jordan.
Are you sure?
Not the actor, not the clone.
How's the upfronts? He is in Disney movies.
Because clones look exactly the same as real people.
That's the actual clone type. It is an incredibly special time for me. This is my first time out of my house in 2 weeks. My wife and I actually, boom, first baby. She just started farting 2 days ago. Real deal. That was a game changer. But my wife, my baby, my guys, and everybody that I know are honored to be a part of the ESPN family, and we hope that we'll be able to work with all of you. Cheers, and have an incredible day.
Good, man. How you doing? You good? Don't keep running the world, though.
Hey, no, that's you, dude. That's you. That's you. Trip to New York, I think, was a success. The upfront was hilarious. I had no idea that room was going to be that big. This is awesome, isn't it? That was the most suits I've ever seen in my entire life. We're pumped to join the family, and I am very grateful that they're going to let us do it our way. And I said fuck it at Disney upfront. So this should be a pretty legendary thing later in life. You'll probably look at it and say, oh, that's a pretty good suit. All right, the next chapter begins. Ain't that right, Mickey?
Hell yeah.
Hey, let's go! This show fucking stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Winter Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Hour 2 of the program starts right now. Football is happening. There's football on this desk right here. There's football happening in training camps around the NFL. There's storylines and contracts being disputed and holdouts and trades potentially looming. And football is just
15 days.
As the Chiefs and Lions will kick it off on a Thursday night that we are all looking forward to and have been since the Sod father's son.
Right. Yeah, the prince.
Yep.
Had that grass in Arizona last year looking like shit as we watch the Chiefs win another Super Bowl in the middle of a dynastic run. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. 14-year NFL icon Pac-Man Jones is here. The other half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Bubba Gumpino is back from deportation and all the boys in the back. Joining us live from an attic in Ohio is a man who is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner, but not a champion, but he is the champion of Ohio currently.
Yeah.
Will he be greeting Meffy at the doors this evening as Inter Miami takes on Cincinnati FC, a big-time soccer fan, father of 10, AJ Hawk. You're gonna take old Axel down there and say, this is what greatness looks like. This is Meffy. Meffy, welcome to my state. Welcome to my city. Are you gonna do that?
Unfortunately, I think we are going to have to miss it, but I'm glad some of the boys are going. Cool. Yeah, someone should have made me aware of this a couple days ago.
I thought you knew.
Oh, AJ, of course.
Yeah.
Meffy's coming to your state, and we're supposed to tell you about it in Indianapolis. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of how things go. People get fired from a company we don't work at. My fault.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have Meffy coming to your state. Our fault.
Of course.
Obviously.
And
we'll take it. We're the reason. We're the reason Axel's not getting a chance to see Meffy. Okay.
Sorry, Axel.
Okay. I guess we'll live with that. That's on us.
All right. Yep.
All right.
Should be fun. Should be exciting. I look forward to hearing the reports back from the boys.
Well, we'll follow along through the boys' social medias and Instagram stories. It's pretty even odds on the fact that Pac-Man's going to get on the field and be shirtless with Meffy after the game.
Sure. No question. No question.
Sunglasses on.
Yep.
Shirtless.
Jersey exchange.
It'll be a video.
Yeah.
Of him jogging.
Speaking Spanish.
And Meffy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Smell me. Meffy. And he's going to be right fucking there.
Oh, yeah.
Shirtless.
Yep.
And I assume he had already scored a goal and just beat the shit out of Cincinnati FC. No offense to Cincinnati FC.
No.
What, AJ?
Not gonna.
We don't know. It's gonna be. Hey, I hear it's gonna be a tough match tonight.
Cincinnati.
Could have been the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So Meffy's obviously lucky he's going over to Ohio to take on Cincinnati FC, the number one team in the MLS. But this is a completely different tournament. This does not count towards the MLS standings.
Nope. So dumb.
This is so stupid.
What are we doing?
The MLS Open
I am
Cup,
so
man.
fucking sick of this. Can you give me a math equation about what matters and what doesn't in soccer? Like, what was it last year? Maybe two. Who knows how many years
Last
ago?
week.
It was every week. No, not just last week. Pac, this is the thing. Every single weekend.
This is the MLS though, but it's a different tournament within the MLS. That doesn't
The
matter.
MLS Open Cup,
man.
man. Pay
All right, well, I
attention,
think we're-
AJ.
Here,
Every week
I
it's
can make
something
it
with
simple.
these people.
I can make it
issue,
simple.
The issue is with the MLS Cup here is all the other leagues do their cups during the season because whoever
You already
wins the
lost them.
league wins the league.
You didn't make it simple. If they're
Bro,
lacing,
it's not even close to
if they're
simple.
lacing
You
up
didn't
their
even
boots,
fucking
it
listen.
matters.
And we've watched more MLS soccer over the last 2 weeks?
My entire life combined.
3 weeks than ever. All those games didn't matter. None of it. Nothing mattered.
Oh, okay.
They're still in last place and not in the playoffs. Meffy's team is. I don't understand any of it. I don't understand any of it, but I bet you they're going to win. If I know anything about Meffy, they're going to win tonight. So congrats to Inter Miami for winning another World Cup.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Another trophy.
That'll be 45
I think
for
it's the
Messi.
semis.
It's a who?
I think it's the semis.
Oh, this isn't even a final. There's another game that doesn't count.
I'm not going.
Fuck this. I am so sick of this.
Why would he play in this then if it doesn't matter towards them getting to the playoffs or the final?
Percentage of ticket sales, subscriptions to Apple, all that type of
AJ
stuff.
never played in a preseason game.
He's doing Floyd Mayweather right now. All these are exhibitions.
Yeah.
Just selling out tickets, selling out stadiums. None of it matters. Join us now. I can't take it. I can't take it.
So dumb.
I thought we were finally back into this matters.
Yeah, real.
This
league
weekend,
play.
league's back on Saturday for Messi.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Until they decide it's not.
Join us now is a guy from a real league. Okay, a guy that plays football great.
Hell yeah.
He also has a podcast that we all love called the Big Play Slay podcast, where he said something about a rookie who hasn't even stepped onto an NFL field yet that is causing eyebrows to raise, because he's not the only one. Everybody has seemingly talked up this man's new teammate. Ladies and gentlemen, all-pro corner, Big Play Slay, Darius Slay. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's good?
Hey, I don't know if you saw the clip, but it's obviously making its way around the internet. So great podcasting, good interneting. Whenever you called Jalen Carter a rhino and said this dude doesn't even know his entire strength yet, and then the other night Brandon Graham was on the preseason game with Ross Tucker, and he's like, this guy has no idea how good at football he is. You said, I don't want to say any names of who I will compare him to and who I'm actually thinking about, but I've played with a lot of great players. This guy is unbelievable. What makes him so special? And also, how do you feel about the team as a whole, Big Play Slay? This is good news.
Oh, man, good, man. The kid's special, man. The kid's strong, aggressive, fast. He get after it, man. He played with a lot of chip on his shoulder. That was the big part about him is, man, he played with a big chip on his shoulder. He got out there, compete. Like I've been telling a lot of folks, he for sure probably should have been like the number one pick probably in my mind, you know what I'm saying, besides a quarterback, because the guy's really talented, man. Real talented.
Yeah, I think obviously a lot of things happened during the draft season for Jalen Carter, and none of it was good, and I assume none of it was cool to go revisit every single week, seemingly for him. And then his pro day, he was in the middle of a lot of very serious stuff happening. It didn't look good. And then there was a narrative like, he's not going to work. He's not going to show up. Bad, whatever. Feels like the Eagles culture was the perfect place for him. And what is it about the Eagles culture you think that makes him be a perfect fit for the city and for the program?
No, great guys here, man. Great leadership, man. Got guys that have been here for a long time in the league. BG, Fletcher Cox, guys that kind of set the standard here, and the standard been, going on for years and years. And having Fletcher them here, they can teach him how to be a pro, teach him how to go about stuff, And we got one of the best security dudes in the world, man, Dahn, man. So Dahn is the best dude in the world, man. So he makes sure everything is handled properly. So make sure you're in a great spot, in a great space. So, I can say the organization of Philly is very, great at what they does, as in, keeping players on the team.
Hey, shout out to Dahn, man. Shout out to Dahn.
Dahn, the dude, man. Dahn, the dude, man. Shout out to Dahn.
Dom's got some calls about 12:30, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., where people are like, hey, in a spot, car broke down. Thought we had a driver. We do not. Dom, need to get home. Okay, we got practice tomorrow. Need to figure that out. Dom got you. Probably an ex-federal agent, if we had to guess. Every team has one of these guys who's plugged in that can do it. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to the Eagles, though. Not easy to build that culture and sustain it. Seems like you guys have. Go ahead, AJ.
I'm curious. I know early in camp you mentioned possibly playing some wideout and getting some balls, maybe catching some touchdowns this year. Have you made any progress on that? I know the coordinators seem to be open about it.
Man, I'm looking forward to it if they ever do, you know what I'm saying? I told them they want another 1,000-yard receiver, just holler at me, you know what I'm saying? I might go for 1,500, if don't get ball enough.
Fuck around, maybe 2K, you know what I mean? You got A.J. Brown, he's going to take up a lot of attention, Devontae, people are going to want to pay attention to him.
Yeah.
Is corner out here? Nah, let him go. And then all of a sudden, you got single. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I'm easy work. That's easy.
Why are you guys fighting the Colts? You don't want that. You don't want the Colts. You know what I mean? You don't want any of the smoke with the Colts, pal. I heard.
We were trying to fight the Colts, man. We built different, so we shouldn't have never took it that far, man. It should just stay professional, play ball, and just compete at a high level. But football is football, man. Your joint practice get a little chippy.
How's Coach Sirianni this year? He's calling plays, obviously, with Shane Steichen being sent over here to Indianapolis, which is, I think, why the joint practices are happening. And how is Sirianni as a head coach who's also calling plays? And what has the message been basically like? We were close last year, but we also got to fucking get back. Like, what has his message to the team been? And does he have any manure or any other references or metaphors that we need to hear outside of the locker room?
No, hey, he done learned. He been studying film, so he ain't messing up his messages no more. So he got to understand of all his messages he putting out now. But man, coach been just doing a great job, man. Him and Brian doing a great job at leading the offense in the way, and coach the side for sure for the defense. Well, right now, man, we just building off of what we did last year, man. We're a different team than we was last year. We had an older team this year. We got a little bit younger. So I know last year we looked on good on paper and we played good, just like we was on paper. But this year we look good on paper as well. But we got to put the product out there. So it's a whole new year, whole new team, whole new look. We got to go out here and compete and earn that spot again. It's all about starting all over.
Not easy, especially, hey, that NFC East. Hey, that NFC East going to be problematic. Go ahead, Pac.
Hey, Slay, I know early in the year before you signed your contract, you was looking or thinking maybe going somewhere else, but you decided to stay an Eagle. Tell me how close the DB group is and what made you decide to do that.
Man, just talking to guys, man. Just know how the game go, man. I was close to going somewhere else, but, and then I thought about it.
Oh, where? Do we know that? Is that already public?
Oh, man, I was close to Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was public.
Swooped in.
And
Yeah.
I was probably like a flight away, but talking to Dahn, talking to Howard and all this, we got a very great understanding. We found a way to get the job done. And, and I know the culture, you know what I'm saying? And where I'm from, yes, them boys practice a little bit harder than we probably do, a different kind of way. So got to save these legs, you know what I'm saying? I'm on year 11, so I thought about my career, and I think it's best to stay over this way, more chill, understand. I know I can get out of work.
Don't need to move.
Come in, get on out.
I know where I'm eating. I know where, there's a lot of comfort there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Life is
Comfort, man. It's a comfort thing, man. Year 11, I ain't got time to be every day in it.
Yeah. Old dog, new tricks. 11 years. Long time. Hey, long time. Long time out there. You know what I mean? That's a long time being the best athlete on the field or having to be the best athlete on the field. Have you changed anything with your body or have the workouts remained the same since day one?
Yeah, they're going to stay the same, man. I don't be doing nothing but chilling, playing a video game, and getting after it.
So you think you'll be able to, like, for instance, Pac-Man, 14 years a corner, obviously.
Yeah.
Wouldn't move to safety because, don't disrespect me. Is that what you're saying too?
Oh, no, I ain't safety is different lingo. I can't come from the top and try to tackle somebody head on. I need to come from an angle.
I respect that. He did it strictly because I'm a corner. I'm not a safety. Like his
Yeah, I'm a corner.
Yeah. You guys could get an extra 4 years.
A lot of money.
Nah.
Different level of tackling somebody head
It
on.
is. It's a whole different mentality.
Oh, who are you talking about? Who are you even?
I'm a corner.
But you think he ran a 4.51, 39 years old, out here 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You just assume forever you're just going to be the best athlete in every room you walk into, you think?
Easily, by far.
God, it'd be nice to be an NFL DB.
Yeah, it sounds sweet.
That'd be.
He be the best athletes.
Do you eat super? Are you a super nutritious?
Man, my grandma almost finna be 90. She been cooking collard greens and fried chicken every day and eating it. So I'm gonna do the same.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you. Love what you're doing. Been around 11 years. Obviously, you've seen a lot of things. You said some things last year that obviously got Ty to go from 6 to midnight. Go ahead, pal.
Yeah, Darius, last year, and obviously you played against Aaron for a really long time in the division, but then last year, after when Green Bay came up to Philadelphia and he got hurt late in that game, Jordan Love came in and looked pretty good after a couple drives, and then post-game you said, hey, a lot of throws this guy was making kind of reminded me of 12 out there. What was it that you saw from him that kind of reminded you of Rodgers, and do you think that Packers fans should be very confident in Jordan Love going forward?
Man, just as how you're throwing the ball, man. Off the back foot, fast, quick release, quick decisions. So gunslinger. That's what A-Rod love to do. He don't like the check downs. A-Rod want touchdowns. So he had that attitude out there. I saw him out there just coming out there confident and controlled the offense, man. And almost won the game for him, guys. So he was a great guy, man. That's the only film I got of him. But the quick glance about him is hey, he can really do this thing. So, Green Bay, I think they do got a great quarterback in their hands.
Ty would like a full report by the end of the week if you would watch a little bit more film than just that game. But let's talk about your quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Last year, going into the season, if this guy's good, they're going to be great.
Yeah.
If this guy isn't good, he's gone. We'll get another quarterback. Then obviously he goes on to do what he did last year, which was remarkable. Everything I see from him off the field, he's a guy. It's been like that at Alabama, Oklahoma. He's got a terrible fucking golf swing, but he seems to be beloved by everybody. What have you seen from Jalen this offseason? We know the screensaver is the confetti and like a reminder of what happened. What have you seen from him this offseason? And obviously he's paid now. Where do you think he goes and continues to go?
Man, he gonna go up, man. His potential is crazy, man. The guy just come in to work. Everybody, great leader, lead the way, man. He come to practice every day, compete at a high level. Like I always told guys, man, a guy asks questions to anybody, and don't matter where you at, how it is. He just want to be the best that way he could do. And he's not just trying to be like, everybody's Superman. He's just doing his job at the best level he can do. He always say check his box. That's his main thing. He love to say is check his box. So every day he try to do is check his box in practice, in games, and all. So he tell the whole team to do that as well. Make sure you check your box and don't worry about nobody else on.
What was that golf thing? Did you get a swing in? I didn't see you. Did I see you hit one?
Oh no, I ain't hit one, but I got my golf swing pretty nice, man. I'm in the golf game a little bit. I'm getting very good at it.
11 years in the game. You're rich. Yeah, you got to golf.
Got to. It's fun. It's way more better than football. Honestly, I am not gonna lie.
So what is this? One club, and you just got to hit the ball further than the defensive guy. Offense versus defense.
Well, mostly we say, "Hey, got to hit in this direction, and to get it closer to this." And then I don't know how close he was. I wasn't there that day, but that thing shoulder is stiff.
How about him laughing at him? Like his immediate, this guy sucks. He basically said as they were doing that. And Big Dog here, one-handed, I seen this on Instagram, hits the shit out of it. Is this like an everyday occurrence? Is this Sirianni's concept? And what is it normally? Do you get out of running or workouts, or what is it?
Oh, no, man. Coaches got a great thing about us connecting, so we do a lot of great things as a team, connecting, just competing in a funny way. So that's one of the things we do as connecting, man. So he probably made us play golf that day. And, see who hit our offense or defense. And, we just hang with each other, kick it. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, speaking of kicking it, none of you are fucking with the kickers and punters in that game. None of you.
Oh, no. Jake the GOAT.
Hey, he's dog for real. It's 56-yarder the other day. 56-yarder today, just like a chip shot for him.
Oh, easy, man. I'm telling you, Jake the GOAT. And he can do that in golf. He like that in golf.
How's he in the locker room?
Oh, he's amazing. He's the coolest dude. I'll say he's the best athlete in the room.
I love everything you're saying.
Wow.
I love everything you're saying right now, Big Play Slay. I appreciate that. Let's say that more often, though, too. Go ahead, AJ.
I'm curious about Sirianni. You mentioned earlier how he may have done some self-scout when he's addressing the team. How have you seen him change? Has he gotten more comfortable in the locker room and everything, even though he felt obviously very comfortable on the sidelines last year? Has that even grown now?
Yeah, it's always it gets better every year, man. He's starting to understand his team, understanding his position. Of course, he was a young coach at that time, but now he's a veteran coach, man. He just about learning with the players, really, man. That would really kind of help him up and grow up to be like a better coach, and learn more because he asks questions to the players, and we give him our point of view, and he does well, man. I appreciate him to the death because, like I said, he's a great coach, man. He know how to be a leader.
He was born at a very young age, too, that guy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And now he's just maturing into this perfect football coach.
That's right.
He cracks us up, dude.
Love him.
There was a run there where MCDC comes into the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Then this fucking guy comes into the NFL, and it's like, here we go. We love what is happening. Then he ends up in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. And then MCDC's got this team on opening night in Detroit, which nobody would ever say, which I think Detroit fans have anything to say to old Darius Slay here?
We love you, Slay. Just that's all I got to say. Detroit fans loved you. Actually, everything, once you got traded, went downhill. So that's all I got to say. Just love you, man.
Yeah, we do. We enjoy watching it. The Lions are back. They seem to be a different team, but these entertaining coaches, I love it. Speaking of coaches, you got a new one. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Darius, and entertaining as well. Pew, pew, shots, explosives. But as most teams go to the Super Bowl do, they lose all their coordinators, and you guys lost Gannon. Now, I think it was CJGJ had some choice words about his departure, but how's the new DC doing? How has the defense, looked under new, leadership? And do you expect to break that 84, 85 sack record that you guys reset last year again?
Hey, I hope they do, because that means I don't got to cover that long and I get more picks like that. So I hope so. But Coach is doing a great job, man. The defense is amazing. We just going at this process right now. It's training camp. Just learning, adjusting, and, trying to find a way to put my ability to help his defense be great. So that's what a lot of guys are doing right now. We're at the end, and guys are really putting it together, man. We're going out here compete. We done had 2 joint practices. They've been great and amazing. So we could continue to keep growing this defense.
You guys lost those joint practices or what? What happened?
I mean, I don't consider joint practice never losses, man. I just think both organizations just trying to get out there, get some great work in, and get better, really.
Yeah, who got better though? You think the most? How'd you feel about Anthony Richardson? You get to see anything? How'd you feel about Anthony?
Oh man, hey, that kid can slang now. He got an arm on him. He got a cannon. Like man, I'm talking about like he's zipping it. Like it looks. Yeah, pew pew. And shout out to my boy Garner Minshew. What I'm saying, he does his thing, but you can see a complete difference in arm strength quick.
No offense, Gardner.
No offense, Gardner. You're my guy.
It's not just Gardner, by the way. I think it would be a lot of people with the way
yeah.
that guy flips the wrist a little bit. He's young. He's going to make mistakes, obviously. He's going to grow, and this isn't a conversation for you to have right now, but are you playing tomorrow night?
I'm year 11. It's all right.
Hey, you've earned it. You deserve it all. Enjoy the hell out of this year. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck with everything.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darius Slay. Thank you. Are you playing in that preseason game?
Yeah.
Okay. Great question. That's cool.
Yeah. Great answer.
I don't think so.
Year 11.
11 years, that's a long time. He's been around a long time.
Holy shit, I did not realize.
I view him as like a young guy almost because he just makes plays and he has a great nickname.
Well, it's because he was in Detroit for all those years. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
You kind of get lost.
Like Matt Stafford's been in the league 4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Football hell for a little.
Ooh. That would have been a good day. That would have been a good thing right there.
Great.
Let's go to the phones. Shout out to Darius Slay and shout out to you for reaching out to him. Him talking about that Jalen Carter, it feels like everybody that knows football is saying the same things that were kind of being said during draft season. But with everything that took place, I think some teams said, no, we can't. That's going to be a bad decision, And then the Eagles were like, they're saying this guy's the best football player available?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll draft him.
17 of his former teammates.
He's friends with everybody here pretty much?
Lost a D tackle in free agency.
Oh.
Okay,
so what did he do? Oh, that's not cool. That's not good. We'll tell him. We'll talk to him about it. But with that being said, also, we need a 3-tech.
Yeah.
And
Come on.
So, are we I'll call Drew Rosenhaus right now. Tell him to stop taking visits to anybody outside. That's literally what happened.
Yeah.
Remember, Rosenhaus came out and said, I'm not sending my client to anybody outside the top 10. And everybody was like, why are you doing that, Drew? Why are you? You think I don't know the draft?
Yeah.
First
You
draft?
think I don't
First
know?
one?
You think I don't know who's going to draft them? And then at 10.
Yeah. Boom.
Traded up?
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
We are out of here. Let's go ahead and draft Jalen Carter. Good for him. Good for the Eagles fans,
Yeah.
Those Eagles fans deserve everything.
They do.
Yeah, sure.
They do. I think there's a chance I'm going to be in the building for that tomorrow night.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I think, because we are off on Friday because there's some shit happening here. What's going on? What's next in line for the studio, Zito?
Oh, we're going to add a lot of transmission stuff.
Okay,
nice.
of course.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
Of course.
Whatever that means.
You know what that means, AJ, right?
Yeah.
Good transmission
Everything-
stuff?
So things just won't work when you come back?
Yeah, it's like whenever you pop the clutch and you miss the gear and then transmission sounds like it's dropping out of your car.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing in the
Got it.
studio. We're putting in a brand new
Granny shifting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Floating gears in here, doing that whole thing.
Are we downgrading it or upgrading it?
Well, in this particular case, I think it's just I think we're past the downgrading part. We've already done that.
Okay.
Right? I believe we've already downgraded. No, we have not. Zito said we have not done
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be excited to see why we have not done that yet. I thought that was already done. And I was like, well, don't really tell the difference.
Yeah, I thought that was the first
Still
thing.
looks
Me
great.
too.
So I was actually pretty comfortable with
Not that pretty. Yeah. Looks good still. Turns out.
downgrade.
You got downgrade from like 4K to something else because they can't transmit 4K?
Bingo!
Whoa.
Smart guy.
Big brain over there.
We're going
It's like when you were doing games, right? When you were doing remote games, is it similar to that? Like they can't feed it through there or whatever?
Bingo, yeah. So we have to go down to 1080, but then the frames per second are 5994. There it is. So that's actually higher than what the 4K is. So it's allegedly 4K is 2997. We're going to 50 something frames. Allegedly, that is supposed to just off balance each other. Allegedly. But whenever we built this thing, we built it with all the technology that is, in 2023.
Yeah.
And like the capabilities. Had no idea that we're going to potentially go anywhere else. Then, ESPN has built their shit, 10, 15, 20 years ago or whatever. So now, old ZD back there and a couple other people have had to figure out the right place. We allegedly figured it out.
Okay.
Okay.
I trust CD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
See a production undefeated.
You got it.
But I do love the fact that is a part of the story. Yeah, we had to downgrade our stuff pretty much, which is wild to think
For
about.
the fancy people.
And you should see when we're on a call with people who are obviously the smartest people on earth over there. And, with our stuff, it's like excuse me. Thank you. We had the great grandkid of what you guys are talking about that we use every single day. So we get it. You're on COVID 19er. Okay, we're Delta.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
Way past.
We're way past it. We got it. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we'll go inside, social distance.
They both don't do anything.
Yeah, we'll be able to.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We got 6 boosters. You just got the first one.
Yeah,
so
bingo. We're already in there.
yeah, don't come at
Bang,
us.
bang, 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 pow. How you doing? Still got it. What? How'd that happen? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
Fickle bitch.
That's real deal. That's real deal, dude.
It's coming back. What do you mean, man? It's coming back.
Never
No,
left.
don't
brother.
listen to that. Don't listen to that.
I'm not, but I'm saying.
Yeah, you swear.
No, see, some of you people that dive into that particular world on the internet, Connor,
Very fun.
Ten Diggs, you.
I didn't. Believe me, some people it turns into their identity, like whatever side.
I get it. You're
Yeah.
not addicted
Yeah,
to
okay.
it.
Yeah,
but
we
you-
got it.
But every once in a while, I'll get a little message and say, "Hey, streets are talking. COVID's coming back." I'm like, "Pete, you need to change your algorithm.
Yeah.
Okay? We need that not to just be a part of your life every single day." That has happened 30 times. It has happened recently here.
Yeah, no.
Is that just because election season's coming, so people on the internet are predicting that something like that would take place?
Yeah, drum something up. I mean, it feels like this is the classic political, angle.
Well, you don't know. Why did they even ask?
Someone in this office tried spreading that this morning.
Spreading what?
This very
We
morning.
just talked about it. Yeah.
Someone here has COVID?
Who has COVID?
Not me.
Get him out. Get him out.
6 feet. 6
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Get out of here. Who is it?
Don't make eye contact.
Bruce.
I'm not
Dick,
looking.
who is it?
I'm not looking at
Where's
it.
Bruce?
Don't make eye contact with me, any of you.
I'm not looking.
I'm looking right
Don't
into
even
the
look through
light.
the screen. Who is it?
Better-
You two are way too
Better
close.
dust your masks off, boys.
No. Gump. Gump.
2024 elections come and get those masks out.
This ain't Canada. We're not doing that.
Does he have?
Yeah, in Canada, they have much different problems than masks.
All right, let's get to the calls. Let's get to the phones here. I think we all agree we're not doing it again.
Yeah.
Please.
It's way too soon.
No.
Okay.
I think.
Too soon.
You want to give me in like 15, 20 years, okay?
Exactly.
You can't
Right now
put
is not the time.
That toothpaste ain't going back in the tube.
But just real quick, smart people,
Figure it
figure it out.
Figure it out.
Okay, please. That's all we've been asking this entire time.
Exactly.
Just figure it out. I would like that to happen. Well, you guys aren't abiding. We abided.
Yeah.
We did
yeah.
everything.
Whole fucking time.
Abide it,
Yeah.
if you will.
Let's go to the phones. Smart people.
Yeah. Figure it out. The cat
too
comment
hot.
by
It's too-
Con Man yesterday. Whew.
What's that, pal?
Connor and the cat yesterday. People, if they know.
That dog wearing shoes, was certainly not a cat. And our president fucking knew that.
You
Your
can't-
president knew that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's your guy.
Okay.
You
Whoa.
live in America? Then
Your
wake
guy.
up.
Slow down here. Okay?
Our president
Yeah.
knew that was a dog.
I still wouldn't group myself in with that. I mean,
some chocolate chip?
my biggest regret forever will be
Just real quick, a sad situation here, obviously, in Maui. And
Yes.
Yeah.
we have donated to, we think, the right thing to help. I mean, at this point, you have no idea.
Yeah, you never know.
You honestly have no, legit, right? Isn't that sad? Yeah. That's sad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do some research. That's the problem. Like you really do.
Like back in Plum, the house that exploded, there was like so many GoFundMes popping up, and it scared me to death. I'm like, there was one GoFundMe, and I assume everything is good. I assume it's all on the up and up. They're looking for like $600,000, and I'm like, okay, who's going to be running a $600,000 fund? Because that's pretty much what happened. That's a lot
of power.
a lot of pressure too. Not power, pressure.
Who decides where all that goes?
Yeah, who wants to sign up for that? So it's like, whenever you're trying to donate, I don't want to say it's not easy, but it really is like difficult to kind of get through there. I think that situation in Hawaii is
crazy.
It's kind
You
of
see
not
the videos of the people out in the ocean, like trying to just get away from the fire, and they're just hanging out in the ocean for hours. That was man. I haven't
As somebody
seen that.
who goes to Hawaii, appreciates, loves Hawaii, and I'm very fortunate to be able to do so. Obviously, it's expensive to get to Hawaii. It's a long, long way out there. But when you're sitting on that island and you open your maps, and it's literally the blue dot is bigger than the piece of land that you're on. And you think to yourself, like, if a wave comes, where am I going? Like, if a storm, where am I going? Let alone if the inside of the island was attacking you pretty much.
Get out.
You have nowhere. That's scary. So obviously we hope everything and catastrophic, obviously. There's 850 people missing.
Yeah, a lot of kids missing, not just adults.
It's sad, bro.
Sad. Yeah.
Absolutely sad. We hope everything works out. But with that being said, they did not seemingly say a lot of good stuff to President Joe Biden whenever he was over.
Well, that's because, Joe, while they're talking to him, he's falling asleep and drooling in their face.
I don't think that was the case. I think he was it was a very serious part of the speech is what I saw. And he was kind of like a funeral type, praying for them. And then he got woken up. But nonetheless, bad scenes happening all over the real world.
Yeah.
Smart people. Figure it out. Okay, we need it. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Dale in Kentucky. What's going on? Dale Donner in Kentucky.
Hey, Pat. Me and four of my buddies, we're kind of researchers, and we go to a different college football game every year. We've got a pretty impressive resume, we think. Tuscaloosa, Ann Arbor, Madison. We are going to Morgantown in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Need some advice, where to hit, what to do.
Hit, backyard brawl. Hey, Dale, you're going to enjoy the hell out of yourself there. To be honest, I don't know exactly where the right place to go is right now, but if it's game day, just go to the blue lot. Go to the parking lot. The entire state of West Virginia will be in the parking lot, and you will be very welcomed. There will be a lot of booze, and I assume you'll have the time of your life out there.
What about Club Z?
So I think Club Z shut down. The owner that got arrested got
What about
30 years.
shooters?
Yeah, same owner. He's in jail right now. Yeah.
What about that other bar where the guy
What about
dressed
Lazy
as an
Lizard?
all-lineman?
Actually,
Lazy Liz is, I think, still open.
No, they changed the name, I think. I think it's a different name. I don't know. I spent a lot of my life.
Going corporate? Is it corporate like a lot of other campuses?
So there was a part of town that got, like, where our house was, where I lived, was a pretty big, good time area.
Mm-hmm.
I believe when your guy, Gordon Gee, came in, your guy.
My guy.
Double G.
Came out of Ohio State, had a great resume out of Ohio State, comes over to West Virginia, this guy's going to save the world. Now, he has a sweet bow tie. I don't know how he's done. I haven't kept up enough. But I do know that they just steamrolled an entire part of the city and put in brand new buildings and everything. And that's probably smart because there was a lot of outdated stuff over there in Morgantown. But in my eyes, from what I heard, it did lose a little bit of its sauce.
Pizzazz?
I did hear there was a little bit of pizzazz lost in Morgantown. But I'm assuming if Morgantown is how that guy used to run Lazy Lizard, actually, by the way, that's Vlad. He is now a big time donor for West Virginia.
Did he lead the team out on game day?
He could. This dude's beloved. This dude is
shoulder
beloved.
pads on.
Yeah, he's a dog. This was a sponsor event.
Come on.
Playing center, I thought, for you
Yeah,
guys.
he was eating on the field. I'd take Vlad out there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would take Vladdy out there. I've seen him have to kick some people out of Lazy Lizard pretty late night.
Looks
I
like
might have
he's-
been one of them.
With the pads on.
Is he wearing number 5?
He doesn't need pads normally. That's why you
Does
put
he
shoulder
wear
pads
the
on him. He's a
hard
gladiator. Yeah, well, that's when he's splunking right now. We're kind of getting
Yeah,
after
what's going on?
For good recruits?
What are you talking about,
What do you
bro?
mean?
Trust the process. You ever heard of fucking coal mine?
A lot of hating in here.
Sorry, dude.
I'm not hating. I'm just wondering.
That's
what
Vlad.
this
What do you
coach
even
was
like?
If this guy
about?
shows up
Shoulder
against Penn
pads
State,
on.
you automatically win.
Of course, he will be there on the sideline. I think he has been for like the last 20
Shoulder
years.
pads.
Yep, but if you go to a club and you see this guy, charming, uplifting, runs a good establishment. This guy runs a good establishment. You feel pretty good. Your night's good if this guy's there. I love that I learned. I had not seen him in a long time. Me and this guy have spent a lot of nights together. I'm a big fan of his. He has looked out for me a lot. Old Vladdy has, really looked out. When I saw him in full uniform in this video from WVU Football, I've never been happier. I'm like, all right, he's around the building. That's good news. They had an 1891 club, which the 1891 club pack is obviously, it is obviously the,
Can't
where
wait to hear about it.
1891.
Can't wait to hear about
It's
it.
the elite. You got all the trophies, all the bowl games.
Yeah.
The history of
Yeah.
What's the 1891 about?
Well, that's the year that it was founded.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Wow. Is that guy returning kicks, too?
Are you sure?
I hope so. I hope all these guys. There's Neil.
Yep.
Look at them.
Oh,
They're
this
eating
is
on the
sweet.
field.
Fun fact about the 1891 West Virginia football team: they only played one game and they lost 72-0 to Washington and Jefferson.
Wow.
Yeah, but
W&J.
W&J had a wagon then.
Yeah,
So
that's
why do we
Sirianni,
name
Coach
it that?
Sirianni's
Why are we
school.
naming it?
I think it's the first year of school, pal. I don't know. Is it first year of football?
I saw
team?
another year, 1867, on one of those tables too, though.
Well, that's they get clever.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like a clever.
That was a different year for West
No matter
Virginia.
what, there's an answer for the question. No matter what, you got an answer.
I have no idea what the fuck it is. I saw that video, though. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
And then I saw my guy, Vladdy, and he's wearing the pads. I'm like, this is awesome. I see an old guy catch that punt.
Yes.
That was a good catch.
Not easy to do that.
Good.
Those lights were on, too. 1891 club named after the first year of football. Of course.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It was
We knew.
first year of football. They were fucking, they lost, but they had good spirit.
0-1.
okay.
Just 0-1. Almost won.
Completely defeated. And
if
that's
you
the
donate,
thing.
you get cool things if you donate, and there's certain levels.
Supports Mountaineer football beyond its annual operating budget. Impact areas include, but are not limited to, the fifth quarter program, recruiting, and special projects. The resources
Oh, that's when Vlad comes in.
generated from, the clubs, probably. If I don't know if Vladdy's still running clubs. If he is, that's where you need to go, Dale.
Go to that
You need
club.
to find where that club is. He's got it. The resources generated from the 1891 club enhance our recruiting efforts to bring in elite talent. Oh, this is the NIL.
Yeah.
This is their collective.
Okay.
Is this like the collective they made?
Yeah, I didn't know that was the name of it, though.
If you donate $15,000, you get to create your own experience. So I think you might get to do whatever you want.
What?
I give $1 million to the children's
You
home.
can kick off.
Yeah, so you're now on the wait list then.
Did you create your own
next year's
experience?
1891?
I don't even know if I'm in the club.
How come you're not in pads?
There it is.
Yeah.
Great.
I actually, if I was to do this, obviously it's not going to be me in pads.
Could have been.
There's going to be people hand selected. Hey, go put these pads on. You know what I mean? Hey, con man, you made the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Absolutely.
He wants to catch a punt in pads. We'd also like simulated crowd noise in this stadium.
And I want the first
create
snap
your
in the
own
backyard brawl.
Can you create your own experience where we all get to suit up and scrimmage the first team and see how that goes?
Let's just bump up to the 20,000, see how that goes. You lose. We lose. What is that even?
Yeah.
You're
I
acting
don't
like this
want
is
any part of
Turkey
that.
Bowl.
Maybe.
Well,
AJ, you're not playing. You don't have him playing.
No.
Darius is not
I've
playing.
seen Tone.
no. Everyone's
Tone's
playing.
explosive, though. I saw him go through the blaster at camp last year.
Yeah, but his feet can't keep up. The bones in his feet are done. Like my feet at the Tahoe.
Any
tournament.
bone in my body.
20,000 plus coaches sideline apparel special recognition. Love that.
Ooh.
Invitation to members only events. Elite Mountaineer event. Create your own experience. 2 home sideline passes for the entire season.
Yeah.
2 pregame sideline passes. 2 away game sideline passes. 1 game. All right, count me in for that one.
Okay.
You get a lot.
Yeah,
You
but
get a lot
you
for
donate
That's
more,
how you
so
did.
won't it be?
I didn't give it to this though. I gave it to kids across the hall.
Oh, so if you
That's
do
on
it to
you.
this, you can be the Pat. It can be the Pat McAfee head coach of class of 2007.
That's going to be a little bit more expensive, I think, than $20,000. I'm just thinking those 2 home sideline passes for the season, 2 pregame sideline passes for the season.
Get the apparel too. You could dress up like Neil Brown, standing right next to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling plays.
Do you get the vibe?
Do I get to call a play? That is a question.
That is a good question.
cool.
Sure, you could work that out.
If you get that really bad bowl cut,
I guess
they'll
that
let you
would be
call
yours.
plays.
Should we ask Zook the Nuke?
My experience would be
We'll
calling
be
the first
calling
quarter.
the play.
One play.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking whole
First
first
quarter.
quarter. Offense, defense, and special teams.
Okay. Sick.
Give me a headset. What I got to do? 26,000? What's the deal?
Good luck, Mountaineers.
Blitz.
Good
When
luck.
we played Duquesne,
we could probably call the whole game.
put me on a headset. Garrett Green's running wild, brother.
Good luck.
He's going to be 1 week removed from going into Happy Valley and doing his dance.
Flying high.
Yeah.
Do your dance, Garrett Green. Do your dance. 20-point underdogs, week 1. How you doing? Keep it moving.
Nothing but a
Who you
thing.
taking?
West Virginia. What do we even?
Okay. I can't wait to see the screenshot of your bet.
Interesting. Where am I gambling at this year?
Wherever you get the best number.
You're damn right. We're shopping, baby.
Yeah.
We are shopping. Ha ha. That's good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you should go shop Penn State up to 34.5 because they are going to wipe the floor with the Mountaineers this year.
You are a pig. Wait till you're wearing their pads and let's see what you got to say to Neil Brown's face.
I would love to.
Actually, you know what in my experience I want? I want to bring in Mike Barwas.
Okay.
Yep.
I want Rich Rodriguez there.
What?
Okay.
I want somebody to experience a summer workout. That's my experience.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Damn,
I
yeah.
want to watch somebody experience the summer workout that we used to do.
Yeah.
And that we,
And
I
see
think
if they
we could
survive.
I think we could serve drinks though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
food. We get one of those
You got to
tables.
finish it. You got to finish it no matter how long it takes you. You got to finish every rep and every run.
And just like that thing was set up, we get tables on the field while it's
Oh, my
happening.
God.
Sideline?
Oh my God.
You're going to be cramping up so bad.
vomiting
Oh my
all over the field.
At 6 a.m. workout.
Should put Neil
Mat
Brown through
drills?
the workout.
Are you talking about the mat drills?
No, I'm talking about
Just a regular
fits,
workout. The
110s.
Oh yeah. Oh,
40s,
Summer conditioning running. Do that.
300s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We did 10 of them fifths,
Yes,
10 hundreds,
110s.
110s, and then 10 60s.
The only reason why I know it's 110s is because that was my introduction to fucking football conditioning. And I left soccer, so I didn't have to do conditioning. And then first day of summer workouts, this is the most running I've ever done at a practice in my entire fucking life. And as I ran with the speed, should not have done that my rookie year, was keeping up. But I ended at the goal, like I ended at 100 yards.
Here come Rich.
Here comes Barwis. I had an extra one after. All of a sudden, what the fuck? What did I do? It's 110 yards, you fucking kicking pussy. Oh, my God. I thought there was a line I just ran. Well, you got it, bro. All right.
That was your first, real football experience, huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. But now I was in
oh, my God.
I was in great shape, though.
Yeah, of course. You could run all day, I'm sure.
Yeah, I had not lifted, though. I'd never lifted in my life before that. So, in the gym, we work out.
Did you have any expectations? I mean, that's crazy to think of you just thrown in there, too.
Especially Barwis being the guy that I'm thrown into.
He is the toughest one you could probably get.
Yeah, it was wild. But to his credit, I mean, he made me a monster. I was like...
All of us.
Yeah, he made it. I was hang cleaning 365, 395 towards the end of it.
Locker rooms is a wild place, too.
I've never lifted weights until I went to West Virginia. I went there running 4, 5... 100, I was running 10, 800, but when I left West Virginia, I was running 4.25, probably 10, 500.
Yeah, Barros is the man.
Yeah.
His entire crew was awesome, except for that one GA. He told me I put my hands on my knees. I did not. My hands were on my fucking hips. Still to this day, I remember his face. I remember just being so mad. I was probably ridiculously hungover if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just absurdly hungover. Just got through your little workout. Thank you. McAfee, another one. Says who? said you put your hands on your knees. I did not. I'm a fucking senior. You don't think I know the game? You don't think I know the ha game? Yeah, you looked weak. All right. I'm out of here. I'm not playing. Find somebody else.
I'm done.
Find somebody else to kick and punt. This ain't happening. But Barwis was the man. I'm very thankful for Mike Barwis.
Yes.
He would get kicked out of every single fucking school if he was to be working right now. And every human that's ever worked out
loved him.
But he would not be able to be who he is right now.
Crazy.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Like him calling me a kicking pussy or whatever, day one. There's some now that's not his. There's some kickers though that would be like, this guy.
What?
Called me
Call me the P word.
There'd be a full investigation into that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I told my mom and dad that. My mom said, was that super cute guy that runs the... I'm like, stop. Guy tried to break me. You know what I mean? You don't care. I almost fucking vomited out here. I quit soccer to stop running. This guy's running me more. And my dad, what's he got you doing? All right, Tim.
I need to do that.
All right, Tim. I'm just trying to take 3 steps and kick a goddamn ball. I don't know what this whole thing is. The guy will fight me, though, I think. He had muscle that was like... Yeah. His muscle was just like... It was actual rock.
Yeah, he was a fighter, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. He would fucking
I don't know
grab
if you
people.
guys got
Oh, my God.
Did you guys get into a full gym?
Yes, we done got into it a couple times.
Full gym fight.
Bro, I've never won with him.
Coaches versus players.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, guy was on a rear naked choke on somebody. Wow. I think I came in with a leg on one guy and tried to tackle him, and then all of a sudden Barwis is both of my arms behind me on the ground. I'm like, who's this? And I turn him. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
Yeah. You win.
I tap.
Go get somebody else. And then he gets up, and then I go attack a GA.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good move.
Good energies. It was good energies.
Well, and everyone loving him. Like that speaks more than anything, especially if he was a massive prick sometimes.
I think
it came
every
from
human.
a good place, though.
Yeah.
It came from a good place. You know,
that's all that matters.
You got some coaches that coach hard and just disrespectful, and then you got some coaches that love the players that just coach hard, but it come from a good place.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker, get your ass in line.
Yeah, to
But
that point.
That never really affected me as him talking to me because I know it come from a good place.
Yeah, I think what he said to me actually was, "Don't be a kicking pussy."
Yeah, sure.
It was like hey, this is your first day. We don't need.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear you right now.
That's not the standard.
You got it. And then we did the hill.
The hill? And then everybody knew we went out on Thursday. We have to run this fucking hill on Friday
morning, yeah. It's the test. Here we go.
Yeah,
got these
mentally.
hills. And Barwis, good morning.
Yeah.
Just ready. I don't know how he was so awake all the time. I honestly just assumed he was on, every single narcotic.
Sure.
Just every single morning. But
Jacked
then
up.
you watch and you hear stories. It's like, no, that's how he is every single day of his entire life. He's got a bunch of kids now. You know, him and Autumn.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of kids. He's killing it. Hey, Barwis, we all appreciate you, buddy. Barwis knows he wouldn't be able to be today.
Yeah. The camaraderie on those Thursday nights, I bet, were also pretty awesome. Everyone knowing what Friday was bringing.
Yeah, I mean, each night had a different crew that went out, though. I experienced that, because I felt obligated to be out with all of them.
Had to.
You know what I mean?
Team bonding.
Yeah. Monday's got to go out with this position group.
Yep.
Tuesday's got to go out with this position group. Wednesday, penny pitchers, so the offensive linemen are definitely out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got to go find them.
Skill position.
Thursday is $5. Everything that's all skill, yeah. That was at Bent, yeah. Had to be there too. Fridays, they got us in a hotel, so we can't do anything.
That's right.
You're with everybody then.
Yeah, it's fun. Hey, we're all eating chicken cordon bleu. Nobody's speaking because Rich Rodriguez is pissed off at everybody. All right, let's go win a football game. Then Saturday after the game, obviously, Pat White's on our team, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're celebrating.
We're having fun.
So we're having a good time.
Yep.
And Sunday, let's go ahead and enjoy the NFL games down at Sports Bar, and then we start back over on Monday. Then you do that for 4 years, okay? And then you think back to yourself, should have taken that much more serious. But had a great time.
Part of the experience.
Thankful for Morgantown. Thankful for Morgantown. I wish I was more mature. I do.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I had a great
You're supposed to. You're supposed to. You need to have a good. You need to have that's why I worry about guys now. Like they don't get the college experience that we got to have because of just everything. They don't go out like they used to. And there are a lot of places. I talk to different coaches, and they're like, "Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like guys, just it's a little different now. Like just how everything is. They don't. Yeah, they may hang out at each other's houses a little bit, but it's not like they don't all meet up at bars that much and do everything.
I think that's when you come together, though. You know?
Yes.
Like, I don't think I was respected by anybody on, like, the defensive side in the front seven until they potentially saw me chug a beer as the only white person in a club. You know what I mean? Like, you really get tighter. You know, the whole team, like, whenever me and Reed Williams, who's a redheaded guy, he is glowing. This guy. Now, when he gets sun, he has a bunch of freckles that show up. Farm guy. But like us walking into like a D-line party somewhere, like the way we are treated by the D-line forever now is just a whole thing. You need that, those moments. I think especially in a sport like football, you need that type of stuff. But the way society has become, it's impossible to do.
Video games.
Yeah.
These kids video games now.
Well, also with video, though, like anybody does anything wrong, it's going to be recorded, sent out there, life potentially ruined.
And they're telling them, too. They're telling any guy that's any good, like, hey, man, these NFL teams are watching. You can't go mess up. You can mess up all the good work you've done if you do anything. I'm like, well, you can still go out and not get in trouble and hang out with your buddies.
I don't know about that, Morgan. I think if you, I think
it
you're
does
going to
happen,
find
obviously.
some. I think you're going to find some. Huh?
You're protected in Morgantown.
I was not.
That's why you have your teammates to drag them out of there. That's what happens. Like when you learn, this young guy, he had some fire in the field. He's trying to fight every dude at the bar. We got to get him out of here. Like that's how you bond.
My bladder got me into some trouble in Morgantown.
I was going to say, you had some lookouts that didn't look out.
Yeah,
actually.
my bladder got me into some shit in Morgantown. So Dale from Kentucky, you're going to Morgantown, know that every bathroom's going to shut down at about 2 a.m. And they just fed you all the alcohol in town. So if your bladder's active at all, keep an eye on where a porta-john is, or make a deal with somebody that has a bathroom before you get into it. That would be the only thing that I would say is potentially a downfall of Morgantown. Other than that, great city, lucky to go to college there. And that Arizona State AD running his mouth, you're the type of guy we don't care for in Morgantown anyways. Because if you can't handle Morgantown, we don't want you as a West Virginia Mountaineer.
Hell yeah.
Because Morgantown's going to handle you.
Yeah, it is.
And it's going to be a great football season this year.
Brother.
Well said.
We're beating Penn State week 1.
Yep.
No question.
Definitely.
You agree with that? Are you on our side?
Yeah, if I bet on it, I'm definitely taking you guys.
Come on.
All right.
Need a picture of that.
Duquesne.
Be careful. When
Week 2.
Jerry Smith and the boys.
That's going to be a blowout.
Done.
Yeah.
Duquesne's quarterback's a stud, I heard, though.
Yep.
He can sling it.
Yeah, they're supposed to finish second in their division or whatever, and they're not even in a good division. So
it's better than third.
I don't even know the name of the division.
West Virginia, it's the
don't matter.
It's
Don't
the right above jail where our universities are located. Right? Isn't that what the conference is called? Cleveland, the university that's right above the jail. They play against
Actually,
Duquesne.
the
That's right
sister conference of the SEC.
What is it called? What's it called?
The Northeast Conference.
Oh, the NEC.
Never heard that.
Oh,
Never heard of
is it maybe a cousin, distant relative?
Sister.
Half brother?
And guess who won?
Who?
The North.
Who?
The North.
The North what?
The North won.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about wars?
Yeah, it defeated the Confederacy, I think. Is
Actually, around 1867
Ipso
when
facto,
West Virginia started.
Yeah, ipso facto, NEC greater than the SEC.
I mean, if you're talking about overall wars, I guess you can't. Is that the 1891 team?
That's a Hogwarts
That's
team.
the squad right there.
Those boys
We
can
got
play.
7 players.
7 players.
Need to bring that uni back.
That guy in the bottom
Those
row.
are good
That guy in the
times.
bottom row makes the best fucking old fashioned you could ever imagine.
Third from the right? You're talking about
guys?
R2?
Yeah.
Are those coaches in the white?
Bottom right is also an elf from the North Pole.
He would fucking stomp you out so quick.
No, I
don't even know.
That guy's deader than shit. You're gonna have to dig him up if you want him to.
No, these
come
guys are all
stomp
still
me out.
alive. That's how good they
Yeah, they
are.
are. No question.
They have one 35-year-old on the team in between the two coaches.
Yeah, you want to go back to school? Sorry about it.
Yeah, well,
What about the sideburns and old buddy to the right?
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah,
what
not
do we?
bad.
I mean,
Nobody wants to smoke with my
Wait, so
buddy.
they didn't wear pads?
no. This is West Virginia.
Real
We got
football.
grit, pal.
Different braid.
That guy's wearing a top hat in the back. Is he a coach or player?
He's actually
Coming from the coal mine.
yeah, he's a Nazi scientist. I think they brought him over.
That is not Oppenheimer. You are a pig.
No, he had an unbelievable offensive
There's
scheme.
a
a
lot-
lot of people credit him, kind of inventing the
Heisenberg.
triple option.
In the veer.
Yeah, and the
I heard
veer.
that. I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay. All I know is that guy kicked that ball that he's holding a quarter mile.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
is that like a basketball that swallowed a football?
Yeah, that'd be a rugby ball, which
Kind of. It has a number on it.
that's because that's how many guys they had on their team.
1891.
91.
They rang the bell.
I say, terrible ball security.
The other 80?
Yeah, it's like buds.
Sure.
They couldn't keep up with West Virginia football.
Yeah, so they keep track on the ball.
12 players, I believe.
Imagine Greg Swaim listening to this.
Oh, my God.
God, just gritting his teeth into dust.
I gave him another 10 minutes.
Oh. How about those pants they have?
Who, West Virginia?
Yeah, Chris Angel needs a pair of those West Virginia pants.
It's called fashion.
Dude, they're sweet. I agree.
I need the whole uniform.
Nice.
Oh,
bonus ball.
bonus ball.
Come on, ball.
Just come on.
Get left.
There you go.
Bonus ball.
No bounce.
This one, if this goes in, West Virginia's beating Penn State for real.
Okay.
I'll bet on it right now.
For reals.
Yep.
How much?
A solid 25 cents.
You're a pig. You're a pig.
It's
I think
just
that
'cause-
would pay out maybe $25 million.
That's true.
So you,
I'll take that.
what are you betting on it?
Huh?
If this goes in, we're trusting the ball? The truth hole?
I don't want to lose.
That's the truth hole.
I'll trust the truth.
I'll bet $100 on it. If
I'll
this
take a
goes
money
in.
line on West Virginia. You gotta have great odds on money
Bingo.
line, right?
Boom. We're letting the truth hole talk?
Yeah.
Let's let the truth hole talk.
So right now we can get it at
950.
plus 950 at DraftKings right now.
Boom. I'll put 100 on it right now.
Tell you what,
Let's
you
go
make
down.
it. I'll make it my Lolita whale play of the day.
Right now.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's not a good whale play you want. It's destined to lose.
Fuck. Too jacked up, bro. Lolita, why'd you bring her up?
Someone said
Is
that
the
earlier.
carcass
I'm not
still
sure
floating?
who created that, but I like.
What?
Is the carcass still floating in the tank, or have they?
I burned that thing alive a long
No,
time
it's
ago.
stuffed in
Pulled 'em out.
Jim's office.
It's in
It's
the
on
Jim
its way
Irsay
back
collection.
to Indy.
Let's get to a break, please. I'm so sick of all this.
There's 15 blankets named
There
after
we
Lolita.
go.
That's how
There
they
we
made
go.
it.
What's nice is you don't, now that she's, well, unfortunately, since she passed away, you only need an 18-wheeler. You don't need an actual plane anymore. You just
True.
stick her in the back.
Yeah, you just need an urn.
Nah, they're chopping her up. They don't need an 18-wheeler.
Bingo.
I'm not chopping her
It's
up.
stuff.
Yeah.
Are they
Stuff.
gonna eat her?
They already did the autopsy. We know that. They had to.
They had to suck the stuff from her brain to give to rich people like in Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
I speak for Lolita's family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They're all dead.
Which is of course
Schmackate and Papate.
Dakite. Okay.
Dakite had a great fucking run out there.
Yeah. he did.
Bumblebee tuna.
Your balls are showing.
Yeah.
Lolita will be hanging in Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yes.
By her neck.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
She doesn't have a neck.
Easy.
She's a whale. What do we-
Easy.
Whales have necks
Oh, where?
Oh, where?
below their eyes.
You gonna choke it out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on.
that was it. That was it.
For Lolita. You're welcome, Lolita. Love you, girl.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You
That
say
was sweet.
for Lolita goes in every.
You did it.
Too bad we can't.
You did it.
There's her neck right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Ooh, that's her.
it's by the.
That is her.
What do you mean?
Her dorsal fin had been flipped. Or
Flynn.
fin had been flipped.
Yeah, this
for the last
guy.
50
All right,
years. Look at
a
you guys.
dorsal Flynn like Matt Flynn. Just all right, let's get out of here. We'll be back on the other side. Some phone calls and maybe a surprise guest or two. Not Lolita though, because Lolita is
No.
dead.
She is.
Yeah.
But you will be seeing Lolita at a Colts game soon. We hope.
Right.
Yeah.
Ideally.
They're gonna do like the t-shirt toss. And they're just gonna do it with her skin. And they're just gonna throw
All
her
right.
skin to
Be
everybody.
a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Get rid of this
be there.
negativity.
That's a nice thing.
AJ, you don't even be catching any of the blubber.
Come on.
Okay, and it's not going to be happening anyways. They're actually thinking about using a t-shirt. It's t-shirt cannon. All right, let's get be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Take fight.
Bye.
Hey, we're up to something big. Hey, we're announcing something big, AJ. We are up to something. This is the coolest moment of the history of my existence. I think people are going to be startled. It's a joke, and I can't thank everybody enough, honestly. I'm up to something. Today's a big time day. Let's go. Not only are we going back to Plum to do something cool, but today is the day that our heater horse has arrived for the Super Bowl. This is a pretty big deal. You know, whenever you get a chance to give back to where you're from, especially a place that helped create me and mold me, I'm very, very lucky to do it. I'm lucky to be from here, and it seems like the only smart thing to do would be give back. What's doing, Mark? Stinks here, huh? What's up, Kennywood, dude? Kennywood is named after Kenny's Woods. A man named Kenny owned the hill in the woody area. They turned it into an amusement park, which is a Yinzer staple. So Jeezy actually shouts out this area we're in currently. I think life can be much simpler whenever you just take care of your people, enjoy your life, and do your thing, and that's all we're trying to do.
You know, growing old, slowly dying. How about you? How's everybody?
I'm gonna give a full lead up to how I got to where I'm at. I think I'm very lucky to be from here. If you're a kid that has walked through these halls, you understand something that not a lot of people do. I think Plum is a much different place than everywhere else. And there's Nick up there. Go look at Nick, how pissed off he is. This past summer, I was driving through here because I was here for an event, and Angelo Bolino, little blonde-haired kid, was kicking on the same field that I used to kick on as a child. And he had like 2 balls and a holder. And I was watching him kick, and then he would go shag for himself, and he would come back and kick. And the easy question is, if he had 10 balls, how much better could Angelo Bolino be? If I would have been able to have 10 balls, 15 balls, new cleats, new everything, chances to go to camps with my teammates and everything, what could have happened? So I said to myself, literally after meeting with Angelo, great season, by the way, dude. I said, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try to take care of the potential humans and kids that were in my exact position in Plum. I'm going to give $200,000 to the Plum area soccer. I'm going to give $150,000 to the PMFA youth football. I'm going to give $100,000 to the baseball youth. I'm going to give $100,000 to the lacrosse. And then we're going to have $2 million in this fund that will just start. And hopefully it'll only go on from there. Sweet stuff for sports. Just anything to make everybody's, the teams and the players' lives easier, better. Trying to streamline the entire process of taking care of the athletes at Plum High School is kind of what it's all about. Hey, you too. Wow, dude, that was cool. All right, Narati, like the Indy. You're going to have a lot of people that have never accomplished anything in their life tell you that what you're thinking about doing isn't possible. Just because they don't think they could accomplish it doesn't mean anything to you. Cheers, everybody. Hey, we're all Mustangs here. Let's go.
Just want to do what's right, but turned around and got dropped.
Great sportsmanship.
Into the cover, he has sportsmanship, but Mia Hill just picked up her first win ever in NXT.
Here is your winner, Mia Hill.
People forget what this fucking guy did. We asked the NFL for some highlights. Just because every time we talk about him, I feel like some people who maybe never watch him play think like, hey, why are they talking about this guy this way? This is who Pac-Man was. So he's going to pick you off, obviously.
See ya.
He's going to outrun you. And then we're going to have a good time, too. People need to know that we fucking scored a touchdown, Pat.
Yeah.
You remember these plays? You remember all these plays?
I started that rule. Now you can't even use
Boom!
as a prop no more. Yeah.
That was your thing ever since the beginning?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what we realized from watching these highlights. Like, oh, you were the guy that started jumping on that thing. Yeah. You did that every time you got in the paint, it felt like.
Oh, yeah, I started that. We used to call it the Pac-Man slide in Tennessee. Bishop was like, man, you got to have fun when you get in the end zone. And they said we couldn't use the goalpost as a prop no more.
Hey, Gino's our guy.
Yeah, why do you
Hey, why you high-stepping on Gino's our guy?
You guys are already up 35 points.
Hey, we're on the Pac-Man slide. What are we
This was
doing
the
here?
night right here, bro. We had just got in from going out.
When?
Day of?
Yeah. We got to go out this night because it was a night game in Philly.
So you had to go out the night before?
Yeah, we went.
Because you got to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then punter hits you a ball. What are you doing? And you just go 90, however many there.
Jeez.
And then look at this one. I mean, this is another one. This is why you were a nightmare on the field whenever you had the ball in your hands. And obviously, we could showcase you just locking people down, too, as a corner. But it was like, What an elusive fucking asshole this guy was.
Nuts. First, I mean,
only thing stopping this dude's goalpost, it feels like, whenever he gets the damn ball. Think about these punters. I'll tell you what it was like. This asshole, look, he should have been tackled right there. Like, should have stopped, should have caught that ball, went immediately down. Now I'm running 4 circles, loop around some people, blocking it back to the punter, and then, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. This Chiefs team, man. And everybody talks about how AJ picked the Chargers because how good the Chargers play the Chiefs, and that was the point. That was evident yet again last night. And shout out to the Chargers having a fucking great game. Now, 2 minutes left in the game, the way you go about scoring there and thinking about Patrick Mahomes on the other side, down 3, it's a whole situation there. And who knows if you could take things back, you score that quick. And did the Chiefs let them score that quick? And we're happy they scored that quick. Who knows? They're in field goal range. You do your thing. You have to score. Not taking a shot at Staley at all. Just saying interesting situation for them to end up in, for us to have to talk about, because you give Patrick Mahomes that much time to come back. You obviously know at this stage of his career, at this stage of life, Patrick Mahomes is going to make plays. Not only running, obviously, but the dude he's got playing tight end for him in Travis Kelce is the best football player on any field that he's ever walked onto. Now, he's high-stepping on 1 touchdown. This one, he's breaking tackles and skirting into the end zone. They go up 4 after the extra point is kicked there late in the game to beat a division rival. Travis Kelce is fucking unguardable. Yeah. He's unstoppable. And whenever they need it and got to have it, and we're getting to that point of the season. Look at this high step. The picture that he has, he posted on his IG story, and the caption he put on there is high stepper. He's up to 11 receiving touchdowns this season, tied for the most in his career. He's on pace for a career high in catches, yards, and touchdowns this season. He's 33 years old, and he now has 33 games with 100 plus yards or more, which is more than everybody who broke Gronkowski's record. He's going to go down as statistically greatest tight end of all time.
Yeah, the guy's unstoppable at this point. You can't. Like, you can do whatever you want. It's not going to happen.
But what is it about Tom that last night everybody on earth watching was like, he's going to fucking score here. This game's over for the Saints. Sorry about it, even though there's little to no time left.
He's the clutchest performer of all time. I mean, I think that's neither here nor there. He prepares so well throughout the week.
More clutch than Adam Vinatieri?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think you have to put him there,
He's
right?
had so many more moments.
So many more moments, right?
Like Vinny
and answered every time.
Yeah, he's had, not every time. I guess that one time.
And against the Eagles in the Super Bowl. That's so hard because Vinny's answered every time.
Vinatieri's clutchness comes from his competitive juices. Like, Vinatieri is so competitive, so competitive. He does not want to lose. And I don't think people fully comprehend, like, the people up there, the Jordans, you already saw his whole Last Dance, the Peyton Mannings, the Wayne Gretzky's, Serena Williams's, Kobe, yes, the Mamba mentality. It's described as the Mamba mentality. What that is just being more competitive than fucking everybody else. I think it all revolves around the competitive juices. Is that what you think it is with Tom, or no?
I think it's a little bit of that, but also same thing, going back to Kobe, right? Like, if you guys saw that Redeem Team or whatever on Netflix, and they're all going out and having a good time at the club or whatever, and he's shooting shots at like 6 a.m. and they pass him coming in the night before. That is Tom. Like, they are so prepared. They care so much. They want to work on every little detail that when it comes to the game, when it comes to those situations, they have no excuse, because execution is the only thing that matters. They have all the answers to the test.
I haven't been this confident in a Patriots game in 2-3 years.
Oh, no!
Let's keep in mind, we have all watched the Bears on primetime. The Bears just are not a good football team.
Oh, no!
That might be 41-3, one extra field goal.
Alternate spread, are you going to change it a little bit after seeing the fog over there?
Yeah, this morning I took him at 13.5. Before the show, I took him at 20.5. And then after the show, I'll take him at 28.5.
Oh, no!
It's going to be a good night.
You need to relax.
Hey, I'm
don't lose to the Bears tonight. Don't lose to the Bears.
Don't worry.
You hear me?
Don't worry.
You know what I'm going through today? You better not fucking lose to the Bears. Your team's fucking dead. You guys lose to the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football?
Wow.
Oh, no! Your thoughts, Connor?
You know, it is what it is. Football is football. None of my bets hit, and because of that, I will not be able to gamble at FanDuel or anywhere for the rest of my life, I don't think, because of those losses. However, you know, it's a humbling experience. I'm very glad that we're getting this game out of the way.
Hey, let's go! This show fucking stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Winter Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Hour 3 of this program starts now. Football is happening. I appreciate AJ Hawk right there. Obviously, he's won a championship wherever you can win championships.
Yep.
He's continuing to win championships. It's a beautiful thing. The Toxic Table is here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. The other half of the Hammer, Dahn, Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino is back in America.
Hell yeah.
Nick sitting next to him, and then there's Dirty and Foxy and Zito in the back. We appreciate the hell out of them. 14-year NFL vet Adam Pac-Man Jones is here. And before we dive into some NFL news that is happening around Miami, we have to dive into some office news.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we do.
We just found out that some barbarian just walked by Gumpy's cake that was gifted by, I believe, Hoop Edits is the name of the person that sent us this cake. And it was a big Gumpy free. This Hoop Edits had no idea that Gumpy was coming back to America. Had one of his friends who owns a cake company make it and said, like, thanks for the inspiration, blah, blah, blah. Very nice. So we had this cake for Gumpy that's been sitting out over there. And it's like, we didn't eat it. Nobody really ate it because we're all kind of on diets right now, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Everybody's doing that, but it was a nice little show of respect. Somebody in this office just walked by and just fingered the top of the cake and just kept moving. Now, we hope it was a finger. Mm-hmm. And that's why Connor just said what he said.
Oh. Real? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about genitalia being dipped in there. That's bad. Who did this?
There is a revenge person in the office today, so
there is a theory floating around right now that our good friend Tech Joe.
Do you remember Tech Joe? Do you remember Tech Joe?
Who was he affiliated with?
Pac-Man Jones. He was the guy that drove over here.
The wedding.
Yep.
Yes.
Bingo.
Well, that's how you remember him. Yeah. I remember him from the great times when he was in our office in the Thunderdome when he drove over with Pac-Man. Now, the reason why the wedding thing happened is because he became so tight with our group. Anytime Pac-Man was here, Tech Joe was here. Then he showed up in sweats and a hoodie at a very Italian black tie wedding in Pittsburgh, and we had to talk shit on Tech Joe. We thought he was a member of our crew. Like, all right.
Joking around.
Joe, you can't do that.
Yo, you look like a fucking slob. What are you doing?
Bust the ball. Yeah, you can't do that. So then I think Tech Joe was a little bit worried that maybe we didn't like him. We missed Tech Joe.
Big time.
We talked about Tech Joe a lot. We loved his presence.
Love you, Tech Joe.
We love Tech Joe.
Love you, Joe. Love you, Tech Joe.
Today, place went bananas when he walked in here today. Then we just so happened to have a little fingering on the... I don't know what coincidence eyes are kind of lining up here for Tech Joe, but Tech Joe does not deserve all the blame that everybody's already been putting on him.
No blame. No blame whatsoever.
Let's not sleep on Mitt here. I mean, the guy was probably flying around the office and fucking had no idea he did it.
They told me to turn off the lights, but also... Is anybody...
Lights on the cake.
Is anybody thinking about trying this? Everybody's on
Have we
diet.
asked him? Have we asked Mitt?
Mitt, did you do it?
No cap, that frosting looks sick.
Saw who it was.
Yeah, we just got a little glance into the Hammer Dahn studio real quick there.
There's Tech Joe, obviously Tech Joe, and that is nicer than what he wore to the wedding, by the way. What he was wearing right now is nice. Mitt, did you finger that cake?
I did not finger this cake, I swear.
Okay, and Tech Joe, we know. Can you turn Tech Joe's mic on, please? No. Did not. See, that leads to the next thing that was being brought up.
Yeah, let's
all right.
You gotta see your dick. Let's see your dick right now.
Hey, Tech Joe, it's great to have you back.
Love you, Tech Joe. I'm sure he's glad to be back.
Yeah, he's pumped.
Get accused of this on air.
I'll tell you what, he cleared his name right there.
Yeah, he did.
I believe him.
Joe's in a great spot too. He actually said that he recently had a grandson. So he has his first.
Oh, congrats.
There you go.
Hey.
Grandpa Tech
Joe's
Joe.
like 35, isn't he?
So much has happened since Tech Joe stopped coming here. We had to keep him up to date on everything. And Tech, we hope you come back again.
Yeah.
We missed you.
We miss you very much.
With that being said, Tech Joe, we need to utilize your tech to find out who's fingering cakes around here?
Uh-huh.
I agree.
Because this is like in an NFL locker room where somebody's taking their shorts off, leaving them in the shower.
Can't have
You know what I mean? Not flushing the toilet.
Oh.
It's like, hey, this is our house. Who's fingering our fucking cakes?
Do we have a camera in there?
No, I don't think so.
How long was this cake been around?
Since Gumpy got back. Literally the day Gumpy got here.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting around. I mean,
Who does that though? Who just goes,
I'd like
let me
to
get a
know.
little taste this frosting.
I would legitimately like to know. This is just like whenever you came in here and pissed on the floor.
Right.
Yep.
At the last place,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, that happened.
hey, I need to know who's doing this in
Oh,
our
maybe he
office.
was drinking it and spilled some.
I didn't even think about that. He was.
Possible.
Yeah, you got to go straight from the source.
Yeah.
You don't bottle it straight from the source.
But what I'm saying is, that's an indicator. If they're willing to finger a cake and keep it moving, what else are they willing to
Yes,
do?
you're true. You are. That is very true.
It's not good.
So we're gonna sniff fingers around here.
Maybe
Okay?
they thought
Nobody washed their
Nobody's
hands.
eating it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody
Nobody was
washed.
eating it though.
Huh?
Nobody was eating it for the last day and a half, 2 days. So they probably thought, hey, nobody's gonna eat this. I might as well give myself a little taste.
Okay, cool.
No, we checked last night before we left to go to dinner, and it was
Pristine.
Yes.
So good, yeah. And there has been one person that has been pretty
Awesome.
Who's that?
Beal.
quiet.
Pac-Man, you fingered the cake.
Pac-Man.
I did not finger the cake.
Okay.
He loves treats.
fingering
You
the
do
cake.
like sweet.
Actually, Zito stopped me. Z said, "Hey."
Oh, so you
have
did
it?
this. This
No,
is all-
I did not do it.
This is
I want to try the cake. Well, how close were you, Pac?
Yeah, how
I was
close
really
did
close.
Zito stop you?
I was opening the box. And
Oh,
Zito
no.
was like, we haven't touched that
I
one.
took a picture. I'm gonna send it to Fox right now so we can show it on the screen so everybody can enjoy what we're enjoying. It's a real thing. This is a real
Is it
thing.
pretty noticeable though? Pretty noticeable.
Yeah, it's right on the right next to Gump's face. It's like
Oh no.
It was more noticeable than Bill. Bill,
sound
Bill
like some Boston
shockingly tried to smooth it out and make it look better. So,
oh,
You're trying to put his DNA back on there.
That makes sense.
Hold on.
Who discovered this?
Beal actually did.
I'm not letting it happen. Remember, we're not doing this.
Yeah, I don't think it was Beal.
Bill's died, isn't he?
I don't either.
Yeah, right.
Why would
he
you look
is.
in there then?
All right, let's talk about some other stuff happening. We just sent the photo into the group. Here, this is what it looks like. You see right there, right next to Gump's face.
Jeez. I mean, that's a big old chunk they scraped
That's
out of
a big
it.
finger.
That's either a 2 or a 3 finger operation from somebody. Great cake, by the way. Shout out to Hoop Edits. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nobody ate it, but we did look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was sweet
beautiful
still.
cake.
I don't know how the icing was. Somebody knows.
Yeah,
It was too pretty to eat because it was so nice.
yeah, it was.
I mean, obviously, it's got it. We know somebody there did it, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, with
well,
Tim,
then we will find out. Someone will admit they will have to.
I don't think so, because somebody peed all over the bathroom downtown, and we still have yet to find out who that was.
I thought
Probably
it was Big Head.
same person.
Probably.
To clear my name, I smoothed over the point because Pat said we should take a picture before we throw the cake away, so I was trying to make the cake look presentable.
Oh, give it away to
Now,
somebody.
I was saying we should take a picture with the
The
That was a miscommunication.
It was a miscommunication,
Sorry
which
about that.
communication is the biggest deal. Don't worry about it. You were, because we did compliment that cake numerous times, like, hey, this is a really nice fucking cake.
Yeah.
Look at the chains on that thing.
There were 2 other people here this morning in the office that aren't here currently.
Oh.
I don't know if Tim McAfee has the gumption just to finger a cake and walk out. I think he would finger the cake.
Not him.
And then he would tell somebody that he fingered the cake.
Not him.
BPB.
Who's the other one?
There was another guy in here. We don't have to say what he was doing, but
I have no idea. What
You're
is
talking
that?
about?
he's from.
What the hell are people coming in doing?
From Shelbyville, I think. I heard.
Who the hell?
Oh, you're talking about JC. You're saying JC or the
No.
sign guy?
Oh,
The sign guy would have to have massive fucking nuts to do to do something like that.
If he
I'd
did,
respect it.
If he
Yeah,
did,
probably
If
great
he did.
signs.
yeah.
Hey, I would like to let Kyle know, okay, as we're trying to spruce this place up a little bit, that if he walked in here in his first day in here, pitching an idea, learning an idea, and just saw a cake and said, you know what,
that looks
that's
good.
my cake.
Bang.
Guaranteed business for me forever.
Yeah.
With that being said, anybody else that's in here that did this, what's the deal?
It's got to be something like that because if you've been here, I don't know, more than 3 days, that just wouldn't fly.
Right.
What, the fingering of the cake?
Yeah.
If you're a human being, you kind of should know that, like, hey, you don't just fucking stick your hand into a cake and.
It's a hand too, right? We're sure it's a finger.
I'm not sold.
Yeah, I don't. I'd like to think
Yeah, me
that
either.
no one in here would either set the tip of their penis or a singular nut
No.
onto the cake, but
both of them. They
I
dragged
don't
both
know.
of them across.
I don't know.
They
I
dragged
don't know.
Both heavy balls across.
At this point, I don't know.
Especially after Bill kind of smoothed it over. It does.
Someone's
have
got heavy
more.
balls.
Yeah, it does have more of like a half shaft imprint than hands at this point.
Yeah.
You have to weigh. You have to weigh everybody.
I would assume that penis was partially erect as well.
Well, it looks like it had to.
No, this might be a chins up, trousers down situation we might have to do.
I mean, honestly, what happened?
Chins up, trousers down.
Yeah.
What happened here? Like, hey, seriously, Bill, what all did you flat? Is this how it looked?
You could
That's
when Bill.
No, it did not look like this.
You could see the bread. You could see the actual cake on the
yeah.
inside part when I first looked at it right before the break.
Is it possible it was an accident and they didn't taste it? They just dropped something there?
Nope, impossible.
Did somebody touch the top of the box?
I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't those
Nah, 'cause
boxes,
that's
those
too,
boxes
like,
are set up so that you can't do that?
Yeah. Plus, it wouldn't be there wouldn't be
Should we pull it out of the
frosting
garbage
missing.
can? This is classic
It's in the
2023,
garbage?
though. No accountability. Nobody's saying they did it. We'll just move on to the next thing, and it'll happen again. And we'll say, oh, who did it? And then we'll never find out. This is part of the problem. We're a part of the problem.
Always are.
There's cameras everywhere, though. There's cameras
smart
everywhere in
people.
that place.
No, we do have cameras everywhere in here, on every door.
You could link it together, though. Who was the last person to walk out of that room, wherever it was?
We don't know when it was.
What was the
There's like a
time
12-hour period.
We could find it. We can narrow it down. You ever watch any of those cop shows? We could get the timeline down.
Everybody goes into that room.
Yeah. Well, let's check their faces on the camera when they come out.
Oh,
Are they
somebody's
looking a
gonna
little
be,
cheeky?
Yeah, and maybe even
Are they zipping
licking
their
their
pants?
fingies.
Are they Chad Ochocincoing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sucking fingies.
That could
Someone's coming out there.
You think? You think
Zipping
there's-
up.
Yeah, might be a chance.
Gotta learn how to make
All right,
money off
let's
this.
just ask everybody how the cake was. The person that did it would know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, how was the cake? It was good. Remarkably. Okay, so you fingered
Boom.
the cake. Bingo. That was like when we had everybody draw a penis. Remember that?
was-
Oh yeah.
Somebody left a penis drawing on my desk.
The video.
And I said, all right, everybody needs to draw a penis. And there was only one person that drew a penis from the angle in which Evan
Lizzo
Fox.
situation. You better watch.
No,
No
I was
bananas.
bullied. I almost fired somebody.
But
Somebody.
you made people draw penises.
It was an investigation. Somebody left a
Who did it?
Foxy.
No, that never was proven.
It was proven.
No conclusive
Foxy was
evidence.
the only one to draw from the undercarriage.
Yeah, looking up at a penis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can tell real quick whose it is. No question.
Oh.
There was a fire alarm this morning.
Oh, no.
Do you remember that?
I mean,
Yeah, the pack once
Pack looks
again
real
real
guilty.
quiet.
Thank you.
I'll make you that one.
Thank you, Bill.
Oh, the fire alarm.
There's hair all over it. What is there hair all over?
So it was.
Oh,
nut.
it was the barber.
Yep.
Is that me?
Oh,
Did you put hair in
Someone
this?
did put their penis in this cake.
Why?
Who the hell put their hair? Is that my hair on this thing?
There's hair on it? Really?
Oh, I just fingered the fucking top corner. It does move.
You tampering with the evidence?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, you got to pull it out. Yeah, we got to.
So I lightly grazed that. It's not on my finger, and it took out the top corner. But you can see there's definitely hair on there, right? Today was big haircut day.
Like, oh, okay.
It was in a garbage can.
Oh, and the hair does get put in the garbage can.
Who threw the cake?
Bill, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets rid of the
Yes.
It was Bill.
Bill, you did
Bill,
this.
you son of a bitch.
Bill,
He'll never admit to it, though.
Bill.
Stay strong, Bill.
Deny till you die, Bill, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that are
He
just
knows
assuming
that.
it's yours.
Why did we throw it away?
Yeah.
Why'd we fly?
I would have eaten it.
Just cut around it. Cut around the balls.
Oh, it's been here for 4 days.
Maybe not.
You can throw it away, Bill. Again.
Well.
You can finger it again, too.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
how's it
say,
taste, Bill?
scoop out and get some of the actual cake this
Yeah,
time.
go
not
from the
the
bottom,
frosting.
Bill.
Come on, Bill. Let's see your dick. We got to figure out if you did it or not.
H&R's
That's
have a field
disgusting.
day. with
I
that.
just had to. I want to get to the bottom of it just like everybody else.
Greg Swaim's watching. Greg, you don't understand. We're trying to protect our culture over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gregory.
Everybody in business talks about a culture. Every team, culture. Our culture had a little bit of adversity here.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe.
Did Bill McComas do it or not? I think that's what
I don't think it was Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to say no strictly because he was in there this morning. And I know Bill doesn't like to do his cheat days on his gym days.
I mean, the fact they thought they'd get away with it, maybe. Did they really think, hey, no,
They are getting away with it.
Yeah, I still think it's Pack. I'm sorry.
Kind of racist.
I said, no, it has nothing to do with him being
What
black.
racist?
It strictly has to do with the fact that he has been very, very quiet.
And he's also said 2 times, I'll eat that cake.
Yeah, yeah.
And Zito stopped me earlier.
Yeah, Zito stopped him early.
You fingered that cake back.
No, I did not.
Was it a knife or a spoon or something? Maybe you spooned out a little bit of icing. You could do that.
Yeah, or just,
Packed.
about a slice. I mean, you did it, huh? That's awesome. What did you think? You think nobody would see me finger this cake? Is that what you think?
I would tell you if I did, I didn't do it.
Oh, we were already at the point where you did it. You know what I mean? Like, we were already at that. Did you enjoy it? Did it taste good?
It tastes all right.
Yeah, all right.
Yep, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, we do. All right, so it's packed to finger the cake.
All right.
Hey, good on us.
Yeah,
we got good on us. We didn't think we were going to be able to figure it out.
No.
Sorry, go. It was your finger? Was it your fingers?
All right, let's see your dick, Pac.
All right, let's talk about some stuff happening in the NFL. I'm happy we got to the bottom of that.
Me too.
There we go.
Yeah.
And big of Pac-Man to admit it.
Well, yeah.
After.
Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, Bill.
And Tech Joe.
Tech Joe got it.
Yeah.
Mick got it
Yeah.
there. Sorry to all parties.
Yeah.
But also, congratulations to you trying that cake. That cake was good.
Yeah, pretty good.
There's no chance.
The icing was anyway.
You can eat all that stuff too, which is
Was it your fingers, Pac?
Yeah, it was my fingers.
Okay.
Which ones? Did you go 3, 2?
2.
Two. Oh, that's awesome. What a moment. He definitely wasn't the one that peed in the bathroom, though, last year. He wasn't there.
No, we know who that was.
Who was that?
That was, I believe he runs a podcast network now.
All right. Let's talk about other stuff.
Oh, big
Who is
head.
that?
Yeah, real big head.
He's big brain. I mean, big brain, big brain. Come on. There's some stuff going on down in Miami. Tua Tagovailoa is responding to Ryan Clark, who seemingly said that Tua was out of shape. We're going to leave the entire question in that Tua received so that you get the full context of this. Love the sauce from Tua Tagovailoa to Ryan Clark. Love the way he chose to answer it. And I think this is a thing, if you're a Miami Dolphins fan, you're like, yeah, finally this guy seemingly standing up for himself after everything that's been taking place. Here's Tua and a reporter asking and chatting about Ryan Clark saying he's out of shape pretty much.
Sorry, I thought you were saying something.
He had some criticism about you, saying that you didn't hit the gym in the off season, you didn't follow nutritionist advice.
Yeah.
If he were here, what would you say to him?
He probably knows more about me than I know about myself. I mean, I don't know. Well, Ryan's been out the league for some time, so I don't know. It's a little weird when other people are talking about other people when they're not that person. So I don't know. It's just a little weird. I come back. I like my background is like I come from a Samoan family. Like respect is everything, but you know, it does get to a point where, hey, you know, little easy on that, buddy, because you know I think we're pretty tough-minded people, and if we need to get scrappy, we can get scrappy too. Just saying.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it was like, listen, I'm trying to be respectful. Okay, I'm supposed to be respectful. This is how this whole thing goes. He's on TV. It doesn't bother me. But also, hey, bub, enough with the mouth. You know, and Tua, let's talk about the jiu-jitsu and everything like that. I do wonder what Ryan Clark was getting at with the nutritionist. He probably has some sort of inside information. But I like the sauce from Tua there in response. I loved everything about it. AJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, you could tell Tua is very like measured, calculated in what he wants to say. Like he wants to say a lot more, obviously, but he's smart enough not to. But how Ryan Clark was like attacking his off-season workouts and his nutrition? I don't understand that. How do you know exactly what he was doing?
Yeah, well, that's what Tua said. You know, it's kind of weird. He says it's kind of weird somebody talking. Now that's our business. We do a lot of that about a lot of people. But I feel like he probably thought he was being personally attacked by Ryan Clark there. So getting an opportunity to kind of chit chat, saying, "Hey, you don't know me, Oos. Okay, you don't know me at all," and I respect it. I appreciate it. Ryan Clark, though, has now been in the headlines for, you know, a couple different things that have been said about a couple different players. And I think as you climb the ranks of sports media, more people are going to hear what you're going to say, so there's going to be more of a reaction. But here's a couple times in a couple weeks where people are getting, I think, genuinely upset at Ryan Clark for what he's saying. I did not expect this, but I did appreciate how Tua responded.
Yeah, and he got to realize that he's been in the locker room before, too. So a lot of things that he say, I don't think he realized that the players are still thinking like, hey, bro, you've been in the locker room. Like certain things, if you do have an opinion, you can critique the game, but don't critique me as a person. So I don't know. It's interesting. But Tua told his ass, hey, we can get busy however you want to get busy.
That is exactly
straight
what he
up,
said.
bro.
It was a weird shot to take. He said he was happy. He got a full sleeve tattoo and he was out of shape. Like what?
Sleeve does look sick, by
It
the way.
does. Yeah, That's it's part of awesome. it.
I kind of wish I was Polynesian so I could just get that tattoo and get on with it.
Yeah.
Because like it looks so cool every single time
Yep.
I see somebody who has it. Roman has a sick one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Jey Uso's got one.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, The Rock has one.
Manti Te'o.
Manti Te'o's a sick one. Momoa, I believe, has
Yeah.
one. Tua has a sick. That thing's thick too. That's a lot of hours.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of ink. And for someone who took 3 jiu-jitsu classes and then did 5/8 of an arm sleeve, you do for a little bit after that, get a little spicy. Okay, it wears off, but
I want to fuck with that guy.
So NFL Retweet, who's another one of these NFL accounts, and via ML Football, which is via NFL Live, which I think is what everybody's problem is.
Yep.
This isn't via ML Football.
No.
This is via NFL Live on ESPN. ML Football might have been the first to go, hey, and kind of put it up there, which we respect. We appreciate that. But this is kind of in a nutshell what everybody hates about these particular group of X accounts.
Yeah, spot on. Exactly.
He said, quote, he's built like a girl working
Annex?
What?
in Atlanta.
what's that?
Pac, what's that mean? I don't know what that means.
What's Annex?
I was told we went.
Dan knows what it means.
Pixels.
She's thick. Is that a strip club?
I've never been to Annex.
You wouldn't know the strip clubs in Atlanta anyway.
I would know every last one of them.
No, you wouldn't know. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
think?
Actually, mayor of all these. He says that he's thick or whatever. He didn't spend enough time in the gym or with the nutritionist this offseason. It's like, I appreciate that being said by Ryan Clark because I think this is just like what people were saying about like Luka too, right? Remember in the NBA world, it's like, yeah, this guy has the possibility to be the guy, but also it feels like he's not doing everything that all the other guys are doing. So that's probably what Ryan Clark was trying to say in a funny Ryan Clark way. But Tua heard it and was like, this motherfucker, I've been rolling jiu-jitsu every goddamn morning.
Yes.
You don't think I'm exhausted, bro? I'm in the best shape of my life right now. The shirt did look better on him.
It did, 100%.
Tat looks sweet.
Sick.
Now, granted, if he's not able to move or something looks different than maybe it did last year, I think Tua says warranted. But right now, pal, hey, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's also too skinny before, too, right?
Yeah,
he
that's
was
what I was
called
finna
too
say.
small for fucking years as well.
That's
It's like-
probably why he was getting his ass banged around. And this offseason, he done put on some weight for the better. I don't think it's for the worse. From my understanding, everything coming out of Miami, he looked good at practice.
That's Onyx, by the way. I think it's spelled probably
Onyx, they spelled it wrong.
O-N-N-I-X.
It's O-N-X-Y.
These fucking accounts.
X-Y or Y-X?
YX.
O-N-Y-X. Yeah, okay. So obviously you weren't able to hear. How is it? Pretty good of a spot.
Oh, Onyx is the spot. It is. Nice place.
Yeah, good chicken wings?
Great chicken wings. Great chicken. Not good as Magic, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, Magic kind of got kicked out of the NBA. Those lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon
Lemon
pepper.
pepper.
Yeah.
Lou Will.
Lou Will had to get those wings.
Yeah. Now he has his own wing named after him.
The Lou Will Donner?
Yeah.
Love that. There's Onyx, an executive gentleman's club. Obviously, people going in there having a good time. A couple
fun.
adult ballets doing their thing. And, I guess Tua has the body of a stripper.
Okay.
All right.
So he's kind of nimble, can move around a little bit, might help him out this year.
Not all of them. I'll tell you what, not all of them are like that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, I don't know. Onyx, all of them can move.
Yeah, his movement
Onyx pretty solid. Okay.
Pliability.
It's not one of the ones where they can't move.
in the pocket.
I haven't been to an adult ballet in a long time. Haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
There's some real talent out there, though.
Oh yeah.
If I do recall, there's been some shows that I've seen happen in front of me where I'm like, God damn, I don't know. I mean, you're doing this like 3:30 a.m. right now. There's like 15 people in here. This is real talent. I appreciate what you're doing. And then there's some ladies, who say, "Oh, he's the only white guy in here. Let me go ahead and assault him.
Make this fun."
Yeah, and that's so we all have different experiences. But Onyx sounds like a great one, and Tua seemingly will get all the money thrown his way. A little thick, but he needs to be protected. Ryan Clark, though, this is 2 weeks now where he's got himself into it, and I don't think Ryan Clark cares.
No, not at all.
He's built for it.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark also said, you want to get down, we can get down. I mean, I think Ryan Clark not backing down from a fight from anybody. Now, he needs to remember, though, that Tua's been working on that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The arm breaking.
Right.
Arm, leg, and
Tua's
dick.
doing right. Von Miller is back in the AFC East. How you doing? Trying to get a sack. Tua says, oh, this is for you. Ping. It's for Ryan Clark. Ping. And then he's going to throw the ball and probably do a sit-up. Now, we have some updates out of San Francisco in the quarterback room. Tom Pelissero, the 49ers are naming Sam Darnold as their number 2 quarterback, and the team is exploring options with Trey Lance. Sources tell the Arrow, Pelissero, and Ian Rappaport Darnold will be back up to Brock Purdy, while the future of Lance, the number 3 overall pick, is unclear. Michael Lombardi said this 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Now, Schefter came on and said they're still not clear.
Yeah.
Lombardi might have just been projecting his own thoughts as opposed to John Lynch's and Shanahan's. Are we looking at maybe a trade here of Trey Lance? If they cut him, he's on the open market. Will somebody sign him? Who will sign him? What does the future look like? This is rather notable news out of San Francisco, especially because of how big that move was to get up to number 3 to take Trey Lance. And now here we are a few years later. Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft's the guy. Trey Lance, seemingly not there yet. Lombardi said from the crib, which TBD.
Yep.
TBD, I guess. But congrats to Sam Darnold, number 2 quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And good luck to Trey Lance, whatever happens next. Nobody's trading, right? Nobody's going to make a trade for Trey Lance?
They'll try. They'll definitely try. I mean, obviously, you want to try to trade somebody before you would release him. But if there's no trade partners, will they keep him around, you think?
I think if
But
they're going to
still
designate him
guaranteed this year.
if they're going to designate him that 3rd spot, I think they have to.
But his
Yeah, cut
contract's
bait.
still guaranteed because he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah, still on his.
So does the new team pick it up? If they trade him, a new team will pick it up. But if they cut him, they still owe him, obviously.
Number 3 overall, that's probably big.
Yeah, good money.
Pretty good money.
The 3rd quarterback rule is huge here, too, with what happened to the Niners last year. Like, they need to have another quarterback available.
So what do? They have to cut him, though, to get him to that 3rd spot?
He can be on the practice squad, can he?
Yeah, but to get on the practice squad, you got to get cut.
Yeah.
So if he gets cut, then he's got
He's
to
got
clear
waivers.
Than anybody.
24 hours, yeah. Someone will grab him. No, they knew that.
Well, and there's a lot of former Niners that are now head coaches now. Like, it'll be interesting to see if the Texans with D'Amico or even the Dolphins with McDaniel, I mean, even the Jets with Saleh, like, if those teams pass on him, like coaches that were in the building, especially defensive coaches that have seen a lot of him, then that would say a lot about what, his status is in the NFL.
Congrats to Sam Darnold, though.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And Trey Lance, maybe if he goes somewhere else, he'll fall into a situation that'll hopefully take advantage of everything he's good at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that the Shanahan offense doesn't seem to be the perfect thing.
He needs reps.
Where are those coming from? The XFL?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, he hasn't played much football. It's talked about all the time, but it's true.
They knew that, though, when they drafted him.
Yeah.
So this would be a
I wonder the
colossal
progression,
miss.
how it's gone. Yeah, I wonder how it's gone
Biggest
from when
of
he
all
got there
time?
till now. The jump, like, how big of a leap has he made?
Is this the biggest miss in the history of the draft?
Gotta be up because they traded up. Yeah, like there's been bigger misses, but not from teams. But did the Raiders trade up for him? Yeah. Like for the amount that they gave up.
Yes, very true.
I don't want to live in the moment because we're part of the problem.
But be where your feet are.
Right here in the moment.
Yep.
They say patience is a virtue.
They do.
But then they also say live as if you're going to die tomorrow.
Exactly.
So it's like what?
You
what?
could maybe argue triple sticks, but they at least got a playoff game out of him.
Yeah, and he was rookie of the year.
Over luck somehow, which I will still debate till the death of me.
Yeah.
But I thought he was a great football player over there in Washington.
Yeah.
Had success, got injured more so than just didn't play.
Very true.
And
Ever.
the building now, looking back on it.
Was anybody going to have success? That is something. Ryan Leaf, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They consider him. Who's that offensive lineman?
Tony Mandrich.
Yeah.
But although they were just drafted.
He came back and played, though, for the Colts for a while. He had a decent career. Yeah.
I met him in the locker room. He lives in Arizona now, I think. We were playing the Cardinals.
Huge.
Somebody showed up in a leather jacket, fucking gigantic, and just walking through the locker room. And I'm like, what is that? And they said, that's Tony, whatever. And I'm like, oh, I remember him from the magazine, right?
Yeah.
He was on the cover
of Sports Illustrated, yeah.
Yeah, big dog.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Was he Michigan State?
Great handshake. Yeah, Michigan State.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Charles Rogers, another bust, Michigan State guy.
Achilles Smith,
Rest in
maybe.
peace.
Todd Marinovich.
So this is the biggest miss in the history of the draft.
I
That's
think
crazy.
so.
Because they
I
traded
think
up.
so. Yeah, because it was 3 first-round picks, right? 2
Pretty much,
first-round?
yeah. Quarterback, yeah.
No,
all right, it's all right. Good luck out there, Trey. Still got a chance.
Yeah, well, if Fields and Mac, too. If Mac has a good year and the Bears are good, then it's going to be even bigger.
Let's go to the phones here. Let's go to Will in Syracuse, New York. What's going on, Will?
What's up, Pat?
What's up,
How
Will?
you guys doing?
We're good, Will. How are you?
Hey, not bad. Been on the phone for like an hour and a half now, but it's cool.
All right, thank you, Will. Let's go to Justin in Ohio.
I knew that was
What's
coming.
going on, Justin?
Yep.
Hey, how we doing, boys?
Keep it moving, Justin. What's going on?
I just want to talk about this Bengals defense.
Hey.
Lou Anarumo had them boys buzzing with a steady lineup for a couple years. Now we got we got a couple newcomers and some rookies. You guys were talking about how long it took the O-line to start gelling, trying to get the opinion on how long the secondary will take.
What do you think? You like them?
Oh, yeah. I got faith in Lou Anarumo.
Yeah, I think we all do. You think Bengals win a Super Bowl this year? You think the Bengals win a Super Bowl this year?
I hope so. We got a lot of contracts coming up. This is the year to do it.
Hell yeah, Justin, in the middle of working, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Some people are going to say, Pat, why'd you hang up on that guy? We've been on the fucking microphone for an hour and a half too, pal.
Yeah.
Okay? So we've all been here.
Actually, long enough.
So sorry that, a time to go to the phones is not a rose. But also, we're going to you right now because for the first time in out, we need you.
Yeah. Bring it.
So don't be making me feel bad, okay? I don't like that because I do have a conscience.
Yes.
Mitt, clear all the phones every 20 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what we need to.
Yep.
This is what we remember we had to do this in the past.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was every half hour before.
Yeah, clear it every 30 minutes. Not right now. Let's keep these fine people on. But we apologize, bub.
Yeah, sorry.
But we didn't force you to call in or sit on the phone.
No, not at all.
That guy would have been a good call, too, I think. I think he would have been a good call.
Maybe.
I think so.
Do you?
I think that's why he was like, you guys made me wait an hour and a half. Wait till you hear it. You're going to be pissed
I got fire.
Yeah.
about what I just said.
You're going to regret making me wait.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
That's what he is thinking. And it's like, all right, I apologize for that, but you don't need to tell me all that. Just get right into it. And then we'll say, hey, sorry for
We
making
shouldn't have made that guy wait.
We should have went to the phones a lot earlier.
Yeah, regret making him wait.
Respect.
Send him the hotline. Send him the hotline number.
You're right. Little back door. Come on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can finger a cake or two.
Oh.
Pack?
Pack wants to eat that, though. You guys took it from him.
It has hair in it.
He can grab it out of
Throw
his
it
arm.
away.
It's all right. You can use your
4
fingers to
days,
get to the
too.
middle of it.
Yeah.
You get to the middle.
Yeah, kind of like the stripes. Kind of just
Yeah, like Gumpy's hair.
Yep.
You kind of got to get through it.
peel it back.
What if someone would have dragged their shaft and balls across that, honestly? And they thought it was funny, though. They did it as a joke. Like, hey, come on, guys. It's all fun.
And that's a good prank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have looked at it that way, I think.
It would have been better if the person did it then served everyone the cake.
Oh,
Don't do that. Not in
that's
this
rude.
office.
Now that's a prank.
That's rude.
That's
you
not
can't do that.
That is
That's
assault, brother.
Sexual assault. That's right.
Yeah, that's a crime, probably.
Which I would never do. I'm
Let's
just
go
saying.
to the phones. Let's go to Antonio in New Mexico, not old Mexico. What's going on, Antonio?
Pat, boys, how's it doing? Keep it moving.
Hell yeah.
Quick shout out to Bobo Gumpino. Being back in the U.S. That's awesome, man. That's all I got to say. That's so awesome he's back. He was gone for too long. And it's just good to have his presence back on the show. Not a lot of people know who he is since he's been gone for so long.
Whoa.
Old
That's over a million views.
You guys said it the other day. Pat said it the other day. Hey, he said it the other day. For
No,
those
not
of
a
you who
lot.
don't know, this is Bobo Gumpino.
Oh.
Hey, I'm just
If you don't know.
If you don't know, Antonio.
Anyways.
If you don't know. Not a lot of people have no fucking idea who this guy is. It's American Dream. It's the American Dream personified right now.
Yeah, I mean, the old country that he would have been from, too.
Oh, he's from New Mexico.
Yeah, I know, the old one.
You're talking about Old Mexico?
Yeah.
Old Mexico right now, I've heard Cabo is a good spot to go.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that other place that people were heading
Tulum.
to? Tulum.
Yeah, Bruce went.
Riviera Maya.
Oh, yeah, he was taking all his selfies. They got all his photo places.
Yeah.
And then where'd you go?
I went to Puerto Rico.
And you zip-lined over a jungle.
That's right. And
We're a
skydiving.
cultured team.
Yeah.
We're a pretty cultured squad.
Absolutely.
I really do appreciate that about us. Anyways, Antonio, what do you want to talk about?
Just how excited I am about the Chicago Bears this year, man. There hasn't been a year in a long time that we haven't picked up this much talent. I mean, there's a lot of talent. We got that. I think it's like a third or fourth string quarterback. Baggins, he's a dog. He needs to be our QB2. Kick Nathan Peterman off the roster.
Whoa!
Did you see the ball that Peterman threw against the
worst
Colts?
quarterback of all time, man. Threw 6 interceptions and
one half.
I mean, come on.
Tell me you've never
Come
watched
on.
football.
That was in
without-
one half,
Okay,
Antonio.
Tell me you've
That
never
was one
watched
half.
football.
That was great. That was a great run. It literally got to the point where it's like, this guy can't throw another one. And then McDermott was like, let him see. Let him see.
Let's find out.
And they fucking threw him in the fire as a rookie.
Well, then he became a part of a quarterback award name that isn't, like, good.
No.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You just got mad at Antonio for doing something that you did much worse.
Created it.
I mean, he called him. I mean, this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, is that a good ball? I'm not sure.
Guy's
On the move,
guy's
too.
been
What
in the
a
league
throw.
for 10 years. I know a lot of bad quarterbacks who are in the league for 10 years. You kidding me? Fuck off.
Well, Orlovsky was in for 12 years. People don't say he was good, but
They're wrong, too.
I agree. He won 2 games, almost won us out of Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Because of how good Dan Orlovsky was.
Take it.
Did you see that shoulder video he posted?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
He's got to be moving those things.
Dude, absolutely. You see how cool they look?
Yeah.
I need some of that for real.
Me too. My shoulders are getting a little tight with the way you've been working out.
Yep.
Loosen up a bit.
Why didn't those come with the Hawkeyes?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll put an order in. Do I have like a code like Dan or Dane and it gives me 20% off?
I think you just got to click the link in his bio or whatever. You know, he played football for 12 years. I played quarterback in the NFL for 12 years, and I want to be very active still with the kids. I want to be active, everyday basis when it comes to working out. I love to play golf. I love to play catch with my kids, but I had some discomfort right here in my shoulder. I had some pain in my shoulder. Did I spend some time with chiropractors and therapists? Yeah, of course. Was there some benefit? Yeah, but very temporary. Okay, so I want to introduce this product to you. This one's for the long haul. Again, this package, it's a great little case, isn't it? It's a great little case. Now, inside of it, what are you going to find? Boom, you're going to see this device with this ball. And then there's 3 other balls. You're like, whoa, this is a lot of balls. Lance Armstrong, like 5 of them. And then all of a sudden, you're like, keep your arm straight and do 30 rotations with this particular ball. Okay, clockwise, obviously. For those that don't know, that's right. And then you go ahead and go counterclockwise. For those that don't know, that's left. And then, which is a 45-degree angle. You see, we're getting into math now. Got to go this way here.
Okay, clockwise.
Anyways, I hope he sold 1 billion of these things.
I'm sure he
Definitely.
Did he invent this?
Yeah.
No, the guy who invented it actually sent me a message saying, go get you one of them Orlowski shoulder balls. I said, damn right, need it.
Yeah,
Looks like a ball gag.
That's
the problem with this show. This guy's trying to get better. He's been a chiropractor and therapist. And all of a sudden, you got to make a
It's only temporary.
50 Shades of Gray joke at this guy.
Isn't stage 2 where you put the yellow ball in your mouth while you do it and work on your neck and throat and shoulder joints?
Yeah, why were
up
there
here?
so many balls in the case?
I'm tired of it.
Good question.
This guy's just trying to get better so he can play with his kids.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the ball gag would help though.
This goes in. We're all getting the old ball gag shoulder thing.
Okay,
right, sounds
sweet.
good.
Please make this.
Deal.
Please.
Come
on.
Wasn't meant to be. I tried, Dan. I tried. That was going to be 15 sales. I don't know how many.
Yeah.
The way he worded that X, I've thrown so many touchdowns in the NFL that I hurt my shoulders or something like that.
Yep.
And then everybody just started. I threw so many touchdowns in the NFL that I started to get shoulder pain. This product has helped immensely minimizing that pain I started dealing with. If you have shoulder discomfort, you should 100% check out this product. #ad, #shoulder relief. So using the #ad in the tweet or the post is basically a killer to any post.
Yes.
Scroll down here.
But legally, don't you have to do that now or something? They claim
3.4 million views on this thing.
Boom.
On a commercial from Dan Orlovsky. That's called a home run.
Right.
So the #ad thing was a big push there for a bit. And I think there's certain companies that you have to do it still, certain buckets and everything like that. But if they were to really start
booze. I had two for booze, for Miller Lite. Yep.
Booze. I think there's gambling. You got to be able to.
Cigarettes.
You have to you have to
Tobacco.
acknowledge that you are being paid to tweet what you're tweeting. I don't think it has to be just #ad anymore. It's like you have to acknowledge and let people know that you're being paid to do what you do. I think is how it goes.
Unless you're trying to
Very happy we got
scam
out of that
people
game.
out of crypto.
Yeah, dude. There's just so much shady shit out there.
That, That's why V-Friends has been really nice.
Yeah,
It's Gary Vemon.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
He went on some guy's Instagram live the other day at a conference.
Yeah.
Gave a speech. It was awesome.
Really? Was it about just being fucking better or?
What do you do every morning, Conban?
What do I do every morning? I think about when my parents or brothers or sisters or cousins or grandmothers getting shot in the face, and then I get after it.
Jeez. Yeah. That motivates you?
Yep.
What just happened?
Gary V gave me that advice. He said,
That's out of context.
You want a perspective bomb? Okay. Every morning in the shower.
That's out of context.
Think about somebody you love. Okay, now think of them with a bullet in their head. Boom. Now go have a good day. And that's what I do every morning.
Could be worse.
I don't think you come in here a little moody. Maybe that's probably.
Well, sometimes it affects me. Like, damn, my mom just got shot in the head. But it was just my imagination.
That is perspective pigeon. That gives you that.
Look how bummed that pigeon is. I know why, if that's what they're thinking every morning.
No kid.
Well, it's because Persuasive Pigeon's been kind of getting after him, making him do weird shit.
Everybody wants to be a pleasant platypus.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Just not everybody has the capability to be a poised pug.
No.
No. Or a perfect Persian cat. I mean, who can be perfect?
Whoa.
Wandered from all angles, pal.
Yeah, well, that seems like a three-headed thing. That not so much an animal.
Polished poodle.
Bro, the proactive piranha is a fucking killer in the Gary Vemon game.
Yep.
You could be the podcast Panther, too. Everybody got one.
Yeah, part of the team dream. Hold the phone. I think I got a new favorite.
Does he still hand draw all these?
Yes.
Incredible artist.
Yeah. I mean,
Look
look,
at
that
the practical peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the podcast Panther? That looks like, holy shit.
Does anyone know what the hell we're looking at?
No.
Yeah, bro.
These are Gary Vemon.
What are you talking
I give him credit.
In the
It's
world.
awesome. I'm sure he's killing it, but man,
Why is he so
guess
disrespectful?
I'm trying to figure everything out.
Oh, ping pong
do, you,
along.
do you not think the first 10 people that looked at Pokemon were like, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
And then now it's multi-billion-dollar. Now it's the hot shit Hornet.
I don't understand Pokemon either, but yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that's what we're saying. You don't have to understand it for it to be a profitable business and a smart business.
100%.
What's an ohm?
Whenever the happy hermit crab and the honest honeybee,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
whatever that is.
An honorable
Cuss words. We got cuss words on there?
Where?
Yeah.
Hot shit Hornet.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
That one's a little spicy. You want
Can
to
I get a headstrong? Headstrong honey badger?
Headstrong.
See that? That's a good one.
Ooh, Fearless Fairy. I love that one.
Ooh, Flexin' Fox.
5555 fan.
Yeah,
Hey, the
duh.
Flexin' Fox is pretty sick.
Hell yeah. Where's the Aaron Vemon that he made?
Oh, yeah, the accurate Aaron
Yeah.
with that elbow.
Countable anteater.
The adaptable alien is something.
Yep. Always changing. Always pivoting.
Oh,
The
baby.
alpha alligator from my generation. Generation Alpha. Just like I've been saying this whole time.
Yep.
That is the new generation. I am in it. I don't know if you guys are in it or not, but I'm excited that is what a genre of humans is being named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also identify as an alpha generation.
Oh, yeah? But I don't think you are, though. Has AJ deemed it? AJ deemed me Generation Alpha.
AJ's
Yeah,
like,
he
is he the
That
alpha
is.
generator?
He's
guy?
the gatekeeper.
He is Generation Alpha as well.
Am I?
I had
AJ?
I had a guy tell me that I'm the one. I am the gatekeeper for the Alpha generation.
Am I? Am I part of it?
No, actually.
I don't think you are.
2013, 2025. These guys got the great name.
They do.
Generation Alpha. That's sweet.
Yeah, because they're going to bring it back because Gen Z ruined everything.
Well, and people say millennials are the reason Gen Z ruined everything because we're the ones kind of in charge.
No, we're
But
cool.
really, I'd say Gen X. This is on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some people would say baby boomers, and then some people would say greatest gen. You mean racist gen? That's what a lot of people say on the internet.
Yeah, I think a lot of these gens down here at the bottom,
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of things that they did not do that would be
hey,
copacetic in 2020.
Yeah, hey, silence.
Absolutely.
Speak up.
But if it wasn't for the greatest gen, we'd be Heil and Hitler.
Bingo.
them boys.
Still, you think?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd be speaking German or
Maybe.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Pick.
They wouldn't be living in Argentina, I can tell you that.
Yep.
Who's that? Who's living in
Yeah,
Argentina?
you heard him.
Hitler's guys.
Yeah.
All right. That's a report on the internet, it sounds like.
Yep.
Oh no, the Nazis fled to Argentina.
That has been, yeah. Tim Kenny's been hunting different Nazis. You ever see he's got a TV show?
Who?
River
Tim
Monster?
Kenny, fighter,
Tired.
Green Bay Army Ranger, like special forces guy, UFC fighter. He doesn't fight anymore, but yeah, he's a big personality.
Is this real deal? He's going out there hunting like he's
He's
John,
hunting 90-year-old men.
like John Leguizamo.
Yeah, he is. He had a show on like the History Channel or something where he was hunting Nazis. I think it was called.
Sneaking up behind
Was
him.
this like a Bigfoot hunt thing? Like it never actually comes to fruition? They just
No, I think he found some. I think he'd find some guys hiding out that were part of it.
So would he go in with like Leland with the paintball gun, like Dog the Bounty Hunter, or what would he do?
I don't think Tim's carrying many paintball guns. He seems to be strapped every time he's around. Anyway.
Yeah, it sounds like this guy's a sneak up behind you, stab you in the back of the neck.
Could have been
guy.
scalps.
The country became a refuge for about 1,000 Nazi leaders after the end of the Second World War. Roughly 1% of the population in Argentina speaks German.
Oh,
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And those are just the leaders. They're not saying like the common Nazi soldier.
Thanks a lot, Messi.
I don't think they're letting the soldiers.
Yeah, they weren't executing them like they were, or excuse me, they weren't bringing them back to America like they were with some of the other people. But still, I think a lot of them fled down there.
History.
Whoa. They won a World Cup, Argentina.
They did.
How many of those guys were German? I wonder.
Oh, Meffy wasn't.
No, he
That's
wasn't.
true.
Germany won it before that, or a couple before.
But yeah, Schweinsteiger, we all know what his grandfather did. Name like that.
Goatsy.
With a name like that.
Yeah.
This guy's last name's Hawk. What do you think a name like that?
Yeah. Wow.
Eat necks and jaws.
We're on the right side of history. The Hawks,
Yeah.
I believe.
What about Tim Allen? I learned about him the other day.
Oh yeah, good old Tim Dick.
Oh, Tim.
Snitch son of a bitch.
It sound, that's what basically the article said.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
time snitch.
I did not know that.
Oh,
Yappy
yeah.
mouth.
They just
Tim.
kind of dropped in there. Tim is also known as Tim Dick. He used to do this. He sold drugs. Was caught with 650 grams of cocaine in a plane and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then they just stick in there. Tim would go on and tell on everybody that was basically around him, get out of jail and go on to become very successful Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Whoa, just snuck a line in there.
Yeah, crazy.
Trying to- Old
he still
historic-
served 2 years for him, almost 2.5 years. He still served a little bit. But yeah, obviously, this is why I think he doesn't like people bringing it up. He doesn't ever talk about it because he knows he did snitch.
Yeah, you don't say, AJ. The guy doesn't want to be
That's what I'm saying.
reminded he's a fucking rat.
Yes, exactly. I'm saying normally he could own this and he'd be have like a cult following, but not when you snitch.
How about white boy Rick?
Yeah.
Oh man,
How long was he in jail for?
He just got out, right?
Yeah.
What, 40?
Yeah, that's
Hey,
crazy.
seems like Michigan up there takes these drug charges real serious.
I guess so.
Real serious. I respect it. Hey, get it out of the mitten. Get it out of the mitten.
Get it out.
27 years in prison. He was an FBI informant, allegedly. Now, he says that's not the case, right? I assume he's saying that I'm not a snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what is that criminal penalty? 27 years in
A lot
prison,
of people
5
snitch.
years consecutive.
Pretty much everybody, from what I've watched in law stuff.
Yep.
I mean,
Everybody says they're not going to snitch, and then, hey, you want to do 40 years in jail or a year in jail?
It's not like he's friends with them. Not like he's friends with the other drug dealers.
Well, when you put it that way, is there 365 days in these years that you're talking about? Yeah. Okay. I got to do one of them? Or okay.
And I'll save the world with tool time? Yeah.
I will say,
Yep.
when I got in trouble, they asked me who I was out with. Not a name.
never remembered.
I was alone.
Or were they
I
trying?
wasn't.
Were they trying to arrest him? On
No, it was Bill Polian that was like, who are you with?
oh,
I didn't know who you were
oh,
with.
kind of like a Rich Rod situation.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was alone.
Classic coach situation.
Just going out.
You went out all by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a problem, obviously.
More fun than you do it.
So, sorry about it. Ah!
Oh! Go on, Beal. Get that ball, Beal.
There's another one, Bill. You don't have to. Oh, yeah. Oh, today's not the day. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Tough shot.
Today's been a tough day. Today's been a tough day.
Yeah, football was.
The low leader shot went in.
Yep.
Oh, boys, we got to tighten up before September 7th.
Yep.
Okay, I'm talking about everybody. The vibes, the drug talk,
Okay.
the smart people talk.
Yeah.
Yep,
No
absolutely.
showing dicks.
Well, it's kind of like get it out now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yep.
Yep.
That won an award, right?
Get
I
out.
don't think so, actually.
Get out?
No, I think it did. Yeah, won
Really?
a couple Oscars.
I just learned what the story. I didn't watch it. So they were taking people's souls,
Yeah.
taking them, putting old whites in.
Yes. Kidnapping black people, then basically putting them into a like a deep state. I
Yeah,
don't know.
hypnotizing them, like
Yeah.
basically like lobotomizing them.
Like, what's that Leonardo DiCaprio one where he's
Shutter Island.
no, where he's stealing
Inception.
dreams?
Oh, Inception.
They put him in like one of those
Yeah.
where they like put him out.
The way they visualize it is like the person whose real body it is, they're like sunk back into the brain so they can see out of the eyes. But the person controlling is the elderly white person that is now taking over their body so they can continue to live.
So this is a movie that I would never be able to get. Sounds like there's a lot going on.
If you watch it, it's really not that complicated.
They
I've tried my
explain it.
best on some of these movies that are super sophisticated, and I just can't get into it. What was that one I hated? Christopher Nolan, the other movie.
Oh, Tenet.
Yeah. What are we doing? Just make a fucking movie, dude. You know what I mean? Just tell a story.
I
What?
told you, Tenet is impossible to understand what's going on. I've seen it 10 times. It's pretty. I love it, but I have no idea what to make of it or what it's trying to say.
Interstellar.
Oh!
Watch Interstellar.
Nice.
Boom.
Gotta watch Interstellar.
You should.
All right, let's get out. of
Yeah.
here. We'll be back tomorrow. Hey,
That's a
my
good
bad.
one.
I'm sorry, but I was locked into my zone there.
Yeah, you were.
I was talking about.
You weren't blacked out. You were locked into your zone.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Don't get greedy.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get out of
Good one
here.
to end on.
All right, we will. See, that was maturity.
That's right.
We will see
So
you
much
guys
support.
tomorrow. Big time show. A lot of guests, a lot of conversations, more stuff. We are just,
15 days.
and these are going to be the longest. Okay,
Yeah.
because we're so close, and there ain't shit
And
coming.
no preseason games.
But
after.
We got college football though coming up.
week
Boom.
0, baby.
Notre Dame Navy in Ireland
Yes.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
this weekend.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
New quarterback for Notre Dame, Sam Hartman.
That's right.
We got a real good game actually this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't is it LSU?
That's next weekend.
Is that USC playing?
yeah.
Yep.
30.5-point
They're
favorites.
playing San Diego State. Ohio and San Diego State should be a good one.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jacksonville State playing?
The Minutemen?
Yes, they are.
Okay, if Jacksonville State's playing, just want to let they're winning.
That's actually a conference game too now for them.
Yeah, so Jacksonville State has been bumped up. They got Rich Rodriguez as a coach. They're going to win.
Okay.
Just know they are going to win games. So I like them plus 1.5 for sure.
UTEP was legit last year, weren't they?
Last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago, maybe more.
Some people will have
San Antonio, UTSA.
the meet me.
I think.
Yeah. Some people have UTEP winning that conference.
They don't know. They don't know what Rich Rodriguez has been doing.
I mean, we just
having those boys do.
Talked about it for 20 minutes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm betting on that team that is.
Me too.
They've been running their asses off down there. I don't know how hot it is.
Oh,
Rich don't care either.
Jacksonville.
They are going to be in shape. That team's going to be tough, in shape. They might not know where they're going, but that team's going to go really fast wherever the hell they're going. I'm assuming they get a big time win.
I heard you say Jacksonville. Fun fact: it's actually in Alabama.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's your geography lesson.
That's like Pittsburgh State or whatever.
Yeah.
Not in Pittsburgh. It's in Kansas.
Kansas.
No, H.
What the hell? That doesn't make sense.
Wait, isn't it Jackson State?
No.
No, it's Mississippi.
That's in Mississippi.
That's HBCU.
Yeah.
I was down there for the Battle of
A
the
lot of
Bands.
teams. Yeah, you were there. Game day was there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great environment. Rain, cold. They were there in that parking lot all goddamn day.
That's sweet.
I appreciate them.
Yeah, respect.
I actually thought a couple different times, these people should leave. Last year, I've thought about that. College game day crowds are so awesome. They are the greatest crowds, I think, out of any people that have crowds.
Yeah.
They are there. Are you getting anything from this? A show, but most importantly, you're putting on for your school. That is kind of like how they feel.
Yep.
We are representing for our school here, for our football team, for our culture, and I just want to let all of them know we appreciate the fucking hell out of it.
Hell yeah.
It is a blast to get a chance to do that show. And on Friday, September 8th, we will be live, this show, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait for that. Should be a pretty good vibe. Now, if game day is going there on Saturday, which we do not know, we have not made that decision, although Texas-Alabama is happening on Saturday night, where we will be doing a simulcast of that game live from the field, which is why we're doing the show there on Friday. Get the whole team down there early, because we got some stuff we got to run through tech-wise. So we're lucky to do that. If game day's there on Saturday, I do believe our show will be live from the game day set.
Oh,
Let's
sweet.
go.
So it should be in a pretty good spot. Now, I don't know if game day is going to be there, but I believe that is a thought. And then there's a lot of people asking where we're going to be. I don't know, but it is getting figured out right now as we speak.
Yep.
That is going to be electrifying.
Yes.
So fun.
Got a couple surprises.
Ooh,
Is that right?
I like that.
Got a couple surprises. Let's pull on a show.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because there's going to be a football game that happens the night before. Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit Lions are playing.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're obviously going to have to react to that, chat about that, break that down. There's a weekend of football on the horizon. There's the first NFL Sunday on the and then we're going to be live in front of 10 people maybe, 20 people maybe.
What?
Who knows how many people are going to be there. We got some surprise guests coming through that are pretty notable.
Yeah.
Pretty notable.
Yeah.
In those parts.
I
Okay.
think so.
I don't want to throw it. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
We're back tomorrow. You are the best people on earth. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this every single day. We hope you have a good time with us every afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Goodbye.